Missed the prime time.
I'm frustrated,
Welcome
man.
back, man. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while.
I'm annoyed. I,
Uh-oh.
I know we said we weren't going to get our hopes up and everything like that, but you know what? You had an opportunity today. That was a winnable game. In spite of everything that we've been up against, in spite of the fact that the Bills are obviously a much better team than we are, that was a winnable game. You were leading at halftime. You had a chance to increase your lead to double digits at halftime, and that was the turning point of the game. With 3 minutes left, you chose to go conservative. You took your time with your offense. At that point, Sam Darnold was playing. He was playing phenomenal. I think he was like 10 of 11 or something like that. Just before that, that leads to his one pick. And from there, the Bills, I mean, they drove down the field. Yes, you kept them out of the end zone, but they got points on almost every single drive, and your offense couldn't do anything. I mean, you were pretty much almost in negative yardage for the second half. In passing, you were in negative yardage. So I don't know what to say. We've seen this script so many times where they come out fast. They have their scripted plays that work out where they move the ball, and then after that, they just get shut out and they can't make adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, once Adam Gase does the whole press conference thing, bring it up on your sound, dude, if you
Yep.
can. So I want to
Yep.
hear what he has to say.
Yep.
This is a tale of two halves. Well, actually, not even a tale of two halves. It's a tale of you had a quarter and like 3/4 of good football. That 2-minute drive or 2 minutes and 40 seconds changed the entire facet of this game. The second half was a joke, and it came down to coaching. The Jets were thoroughly outcoached. And what I don't want to hear, to be honest with you, is they stayed in the game. They were very competitive against a good team. Fuck that, dude.
No.
Like you play in the NFL to win football games. Play the whole Herman Edwards thing right now. But dude, this is a very winnable game. Like you have like 2 or 3 games a year you should win. This is one they should have won. The Bills obviously played down to their opponent. Obviously,
Yeah.
they didn't play good football. It was there to be had, dude, and they choked, and they were thoroughly outcoached when the game mattered. Didn't matter if Dow Loggins was calling plays. Didn't matter who was calling plays on offense. It was gross. Sam had a terrible interception, and then you had the defense. Like they just couldn't get out of their own way, man. They were outcoached. The halftime adjustments mattered. How in the fuck do you have 4 yards, 4 in an entire half of football? Is that where football's going? Like, how does somebody go to Chris Johnson tomorrow morning? Not even tomorrow morning, right fucking now. They're in MetLife Stadium. He probably sat in the game and watched this shit. Your offense, where football was going, with an offensive-minded head coach, a guy that was hired for being a guru, a guy who was hired to be the fucking, the changing the way things are going. The guy who's hired to help your quarterback. 4 fucking yards. What happened to Denzel Mims? Denzel Mims, first half, all over the field. P. Ryan, all over the field. Second half, ghost. Ghosts are everywhere. Happy Halloween, everybody. We just saw a bunch of ghosts. Disgrace.
Dude, I am so beyond like moral victories at this point because like we've been talking about, like the moral victories, the little victories, we've seen them time and time again. We've seen them, come out fast and move the ball for a little bit.
Well, participation trophy. Thank God for showing up. We were competitive after getting blown out for 6 weeks. That's not good enough anymore.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. That coming out for a quarter and a half, no, that's not good enough because these guys are showing that they do have the ability to get it done, but for whatever reason, around the second quarter, towards the end of the first half, early third quarter, every single game, that is where the tide shifts. And what is the common X factor? It is coaching. It is beyond obvious to anybody with a fucking set of eyes who watches this team what happens in the middle of games. It's coaching. This coaching staff cannot make adjustments, period. They can't. There is clearly at least enough talent to be able to move the ball a little bit. We saw it throughout the first 3 drives. They were moving the ball. They were running the ball well, even though we obviously agreed they should not have been featuring Frank Gore while they were doing that. There were holes there to run the ball. Use P. Ryan. Mims was getting open. You were featuring him. Perriman, he's supposed to be your deep threat. You complained about not having speed. He has speed. You got to use him. You were moving the ball, yet with 3 minutes left, you were up by a score. You had an opportunity to put your stamp on the game, go up by 2 scores, yet you chose to go the fucking conservative route. You took your time. The Bills got the ball back after the interception. They get a field goal. After that, the game was not the same. That was it. That was the turning point of the game, period.
It came down to, for me, that 2 minutes and 40 seconds came down to how do you want to approach this game? Do you want to win it or do you want to lose it? What do you want to do? They play, dude, they're not well coached.
They play to lose every fucking time they have a chance to.
He's conservative. He's in over his head. He doesn't have a winning mindset. And that's the culture of this goddamn team. This is what we are. This shouldn't surprise anybody now. So now, like, I don't want to hear about, well, we played hard, we were this and that. No, the Bills didn't. The Bills played down to you. Like, this is like, don't start spinning positives because you played what 25 minutes of good football. That's gonna be, you play a 60-minute game. We played 25 minutes of good football. No, when the going got tough, you melted. You couldn't keep up. You couldn't find a way to win. You found the way to lose. That's what this team is. They found the way to lose. That's it.
You kept the Bills out of the end zone for the entire game, and they had over 100 yards in penalties, and you couldn't take advantage of that and win the game.
No, dude. What yards and a half, prime time. 4 yards. 4 yards of football. Dude, you can fall down for 12 yards. If you have 5 fucking plays, you fall down, you get 12 yards. Do you know how hard it is to do what they just did? Against a team that was playing down to them. That was just, like the Bills didn't play that well. It's ridiculous. Like week in and week out, like you walk out of this game, like how the fuck how does ownership watch this and be like, it's okay? And what they're going to say is, I can't wait for the fucking press conference. Like, well, it was a close game. We were in it. We competed. How about this?
They will tout this as a moral victory. You know that for a fact. It was a competitive game. We were within 1 score in the fourth quarter. We were leading at halftime. They will tout this as a moral victory against a team that is far superior to them. That's the way they're going to look at it.
They're not
instead of an opportunity wasted to get a win.
Yep. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like this isn't a game. I'm not gonna say that we blew this game. We should have won it because they should have. That end of the first half determined it. We both called it as we were watching it. And thank you for everybody joining us for the live stream. But this is crazy. So I can't wait to hear where Adam Gase spins this. Like, where the fuck are the tight ends? What happened there? I want to know, why was Denzel Mims not like, dude? He was active in the first half, nothing in the second half. What happened to P-Ron in the second half? Why did you melt? Because you didn't make goddamn adjustments. And I don't care if you want to say Darnold Loggins called plays. Good for him. You know what? A lot of fucking plays are the same plays Gase called. It shows you're both incompetent. What happened in the second half? They made adjustments. You didn't. You're incompetent. They're not. They win. You lose. Bottom line. That's it. That is it. This is why we suck. This is why we're always going to suck until you get these fucking clowns out of here. And you know what? And furthermore, any goddamn person in me that justifies how the Jets played today and tries selling us how they're a good team and all this other shit, you can fuck off, dude. You're going to get exposed as a fraud because this is not good football. This is a very winnable game, and when they had a chance to make opportunities to make plays, they didn't. They were outcoached. They're incompetent. So apparently Bart Scott's saying some good shit. Yeah, convenient. You lost the game. 4 yards is not acceptable. You went away from the script. Things were working, and now they're not working now. Why? Because you got outcoached. Dude, bullshit. Don't save me the bullshit today, man. Save it. Good luck with that.
You know it's coming tomorrow. Tomorrow morning on
not
Boomer.
With me, it's not. I'll fucking roast every one of these clowns.
Tomorrow morning, Boomer and Gio, and then a few hours later, Costello, his first articles. You know exactly what's going to be
If you're a Jets
written.
fan, how are you feeling right now? I'm fucking disgusted. What are you proud of this? Oh, we stayed close and they came back and won.
Cheers.
What's that?
We played hard. Cheers.
Fuck that. Seriously, as a Jets fan, are you happy about this?
That is how ownership looks at it, though.
But and the thing is, I know we want to lose.
That is how fucking low the bar is. A competitive game, moral victory. We're good. We're making progress. We got our receivers back. This is good enough.
Not one fucking pass downfield. Not one. Adam Gase's thing. Adam Gase's whole thing was, we got Perriman back. Now we can throw the ball downfield. Not only do you have Perriman back, you have Perriman and Mims back, and there's still no vertical passing game. Who's that on? It's on a play caller.
And now Perriman's hurt.
Perriman's fucking dead. He ain't come back for like 3 weeks.
So now,
dude, I don't understand. Like,
next 2 weeks, we'll continue to see the excuses again.
I don't want to hear about participation.
Can't operate our offense.
Like now, if we start justifying good losses now, it just shows you this organization. Like, either you win or you lose. If you lose, it doesn't matter if it's by 30 or by fucking 8. You lost. That's it. That's your culture. If you're proud of losing like this, bro.
But yeah,
I'm so done.
We know that. We know that competitive losses like this, yes, you're competitive, but at the same time, like there's no moral victory here. This was a game you should have won. Buffalo played down to you. Yet the organization, the people that don't know football, they will tout this as a victory. They will tout this as a moral victory, as progress, and as a reason to keep Adam Gase here longer. You know they will. And that's what disgusts me more than anything.
Yeah,
You
I
know
can't wait to
you
see the
know
spin
how
on
they're
this.
going to tout this game. You
I
know how
can't
they're
wait
going
to
to
see
do
the
it.
spin on this because you're going to see who is thinking what right now. There's no way you walk away from this game like, that's really cool. Like they did all these good things. No, they didn't.
No.
They melted. They played 28 minutes of good football. After that, it was horseshit.
2 first downs in the second half.
4 yards, dude.
6 minutes with the ball.
It's just you got to make changes. And now there's so many problems here because now it's gonna be like, well, Adam Gase give up play, call him the Darrell Loggins. I'll do anything for the team. Well, guess what? What you did is still not good enough because you both suck. Period.
But
you suck, he sucked,
even
and
that,
you called the same fucking plays.
Even that. What does that tell you? You were brought here for one fucking reason, to call the plays and to elevate Sam Darnold, and you couldn't do it. Adam Gase is talking.
Injury-wise, Kyle Phillips obviously had the ankle.
Can you hear it?
Yep. Bashar Perriman is dead.
We're not going to get him back this year. And Perriman is being evaluated for concussion. We'll kind of see what happens with that. We gave ourselves a chance. Defensively, I thought there was a lot of good there. We made some errors to where we couldn't make them punt. They're kicking field goals or we're getting turnovers. Offensively,
wasn't a problem, dude.
Felt like things were going well. And then second half, we just couldn't move the ball in the second half.
No shit.
4 fucking yards.
Defense did a good job giving us one last chance for a 2-minute drive, and we didn't do anything with it.
Clearly.
Is he for real?
So with that, whatever you guys got.
Adam, can you
he doesn't have any answers.
A little bit on the decision to hand the play calling duties over to Dow?
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while, just trying to figure out,
Great.
what's going on. How come we're not consistent?
Adam, weren't you hired for that?
That was the one reason he was hired. The one reason.
It was the time.
Offensive mind, great scheme, innovative play caller, elevate Sam. That's why he was hired. And he gave up that duty. What are we doing?
It looked like things were going well, in the first half. My big thing was it allowed me to, take a step back and just really focus on every phase of our organization.
Oh, it allowed him to take a step back and focus on every phase of the organization.
Were you in the game planning this week, and even today, like in terms of play calling, did you have any input, or was it mostly a Dow show? Yeah,
so I mean, during the week, we talked through a lot of stuff. It's a fine line when you do this. At least in my perspective, I didn't want
them like a used car
I was hovering over and being like, run this and do this, and I wanted him.
He's so full of
to feel
shit.
Comfortable to where he could call it the way that he.
Is anybody believing this?
No, nobody is.
Obviously, I made suggestions on certain things both during the week in practice and today. But I tried to put myself in his shoes as far as somebody tripping all the time. So I wanted him to just be able to call the game without worrying about what I was going to say.
Oh my God.
Was this the first time since before Denver that you hadn't called the plays, Adam?
No. So it's been about 8 or 9 years.
What was that experience like for you then? I got to imagine it was pretty different on Sunday.
Yeah, it's different. I've done it one other time in a preseason game, but I don't know if that really it's like a fourth preseason game, but it's different. It's definitely different.
Adam, how would you evaluate how Sam played?
I mean, I really feel like I have to go back and watch the film because when
Watch
what the fuck was he watching during the game?
Beginning of the game,
you're not even calling
He was
plays.
seeing things well. He was getting the ball out quickly. He was in a great rhythm. And
and what changed?
It just seemed like we didn't have a lot of plays. I really feel like I got to watch the film and just
Did you hear that?
see.
We didn't have a lot of plays.
Picture-wise of what it was, what happened. I don't think it's hard for me to look at the numbers.
We didn't have a lot of
feel that
plays.
way when I'm looking at the first half, like thinking back on it.
Adam, how do
We
things
didn't
go?
have a lot of
that
plays.
First half was probably the best we've seen this offense look, and then the second half, you guys had 4 total yards. How does that make that big of a difference when you guys go to the locker?
I definitely that's one of the reasons why I'm interested in watching this, just to see kind of what changed for us. And
how do you not know that real time? Like, you need to identify problems real time. You got to wait
That's
till
why you
after the game
should
to
be the
figure it out.
fucking coach. If you can't watch it real time and make the adjustments, why the fuck are you the head coach?
This is a joke, dude.
It's kind of hard to do this without looking at the film, but the offensive line just seemed like it was giving Sam any protection, particularly in the second half there, and not picking up blitzes and whatnot. What were you seeing there without looking at the film?
Yeah, they definitely
Without looking at the
they
film.
picked up the tempo as far as the pressures went. Went from
Did you adjust, Adam?
Coverages in the first half, and then
What's that? What's that?
I just kept hearing safety pressure and corner pressure or this backer pressure. So they picked up the amount of pressure they were bringing us.
And
How did you adjust?
He didn't.
How the call on Mackay on the third down where he had the completion to Herndon? Have they given you guys a warning about that before, that he was lining up too deep or anything?
Yeah, they didn't give. They gave him they told him that he needed to move up. That's like one of those ones that I wish I could have talked to him about, or at least Frank, so that
Guess he was
we
busy.
could talk to him.
Oh, he just blamed it on Frank Pollock now. What are you guys? Couldn't have talked to him? No? Not one of you guys? No. Okay.
To switch play calling duties, was that your intention to do this for the rest of the season, or is it something you're going to reevaluate week to week?
Yeah, I mean, this was for me. I looked at it as I wanted to. I'm really trying to focus 1 week at a time right now. I asked Al to do it. He did.
This is just a
we
joke.
talked to it. I mean, obviously, I've been talking to him.
This is
about
such a
doing this for
joke.
few weeks now.
How does ownership tolerate this? Like, how
so-
do you seriously tolerate this?
He did it. We'll probably have another conversation. I'll get his opinion, and we'll talk through it. I mean,
Seriously?
we'll see what happens. We'll figure out next week. Tomorrow.
How do you think Denzel played, Adam? How do you think Denzel played
In the first half.
Early it looked like there was some good stuff there. I mean, he showed up. He made some plays and made some catches. You can tell his length is real. You can feel him. He uses his body to his advantage.
How about one question? Where the fuck is the vertical passing game?
Non-existent.
In terms of NIMS and really the entire receiving group, you really didn't get down the field at all. And I'm wondering if, part of that was probably Sam not getting any time, I'm assuming. But did you feel like you wanted to do that a little bit more, particularly in the first half?
There was a couple times where there were some calls to where, I thought the ball was going to go down the field, and whether
Dude, how about this? How about all fucking game long? You put pressure on the goddamn defense. Stop making fucking excuses, dude.
Dude, it's always some
Fuck,
excuse.
man.
Always.
Who buys this
always.
bullshit? He's a used car salesman.
I can't listen to this shit, dude.
And speaking of P. Ryan, he got a few more touches today. Obviously, he showed his speed kind of on the edge over there. What did you see out of that today?
Yeah, I mean that's what we were hoping for. Is give him some opportunities so he can get some explosive plays. He can also get the tough yards as well. I mean, we're just trying to get him going as much as possible. Put him in.
Really? Then why are you running Frank Gore fucking every goddamn first down?
Why did it work for you in the red zone early, and how much could that have changed the game?
97 total pass yards, 99 rush yards today.
Disgrace.
We went for it on 4th and 1. I thought it was good that we were put in that position, considering the play before was a 3rd and long. Sam made a good decision, and we were close to getting the first there, and then we went for it on 4th and 1. We got to find a way to get that 1 yard.
Adam, what happened with Crowder? Because it seemed like you were optimistic on Thursday about him, and then what happened?
Who gives a fuck about Crowder? Ask about game questions, Brian Costello. Why don't you pressure him?
That was just
here's your question: 4 fucking yards in a goddamn half, dude.
We just thought it was the right.
Is that where football's going?
But you know the answer to that. Why Costello's not going to pressure him.
Circle back on stuff. Maybe you covered it and I just missed it, so indulge me for a second. But on the play calling decision to relinquish it this week, was that entirely your decision, or was that suggested someone?
No, I've been talking about this for a while now.
So he wanted to give up his play calling.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Coach.
What a joke.
Adam, Gase, and really,
Turn that shit off, dude.
So can I just ask? You were brought here after getting fired from Miami for a number of reasons, And one of the main reasons you were touted as being brought here was because of your innovative offense, right? The way you call plays, the way you can elevate your young quarterback. If you're willingly giving up that duty, what the fuck purpose are you here for?
He's got no purpose.
What is his purpose? Does he motivate players? Is he a player's coach? No. Does he coach?
He's not involved in defense.
He's not involved in the defense. He's now not calling the plays on the offense. So what is his job? What is his role exactly? Could somebody explain it to me?
Challenge plays.
But
this is it. This is what I keep going back to. I'm gonna go back to this every Sunday night, every fucking Monday morning, every Monday night. What I want to know is this: fuck Adam Gase. Seriously, fuck him. Joe Douglas he's puppets. I'm all about the puppets and Muppets. I'm all for it. If we can make shirts, I would. But I think Muppets are actually trademark names, so probably can't do that. But here's what I want to know: when Chris Johnson, who probably sat through this game firsthand, when he goes home and listens to all the criteria and they watch it, the Jets, the only thing they're good at is criticizing all the fucking podcasts, all the fucking websites, and they're worried about the media. When he goes home and stops worrying about all the shit that doesn't really matter, how does he tell me? How does he look at this product on the field and say, you know what? I'm proud of this. We're getting better.
No.
How does he do it?
But no, we know what Chris Johnson is. He's not
He's
somebody.
A fraud.
Okay, aside from being a fraud, he is not somebody that knows football. He inherited the team because his brother.
Do you need to know football? Do you need to know football 4 fucking yards and a half is bad?
Hold on. He inherited the
4 yards.
He inherited the team because his brother went overseas. He does not know football. So that is what we expect.
Joe Douglas?
That is my point. I expect from Chris Johnson not to know football, to be incompetent, right? I'm not worried about Chris Johnson.
But hold on. Time out. Hold on, though. That's not true, though. That's not true. But that's not true.
Yes, it is.
What did Chris Johnson? Because what did Chris Johnson say? Even with the last year, Todd Bowles, he committed to being more active in the organization. See, this is what I have free time. Prime time.
No. It doesn't matter how active he is.
He said he's active in the organization. He's involved in football operations. That's what he said.
It doesn't matter how active he is. He doesn't know football. He was not raised around football. He's not a football guy. Joe Douglas, on the other hand, he is a football guy. He has been around football his entire life. He's a football guy. He was brought here for that reason, for the culture, to change the culture around here. That's his purpose.
That's culture in sports.
Okay, so I don't expect anything from Chris Johnson. He made his statement after week 1. That's over with. Okay, I don't expect anything from him. Joe Douglas has been in hiding now for 6 fucking weeks. He has not addressed the media. He's not addressed the fans. Nobody. This is his product. Half of these players are fucking him. So why is he not addressing any of this? Why is he in hiding week after week, not accounting for any of this, supporting Adam Gase, saying this is okay? Why?
But dude, listen. And then if you go to the reporting structure, the reporting is Gase and Douglas are here. They both report to the owner. Okay. So then if I'm Joe Douglas, which I would have started saying week 1 or week 2 or week 3, and now we're at week 7, 0-7 every fucking week. We got a problem, owner, that our coach is not very good. And week in and week out, he's getting proven right that he's not good. But the thing is, it goes like this.
If he's not doing that, though, what does that tell you?
But the thing is this, dude. The NFL is a results-based business. Yes, you want to make money, but you're not making because you can't sell fucking tickets and you can't sell fucking gear. So now it's about, okay, if you're 12, say you're 6-1, you're going to sell whatever you can. You can sell more ads. You can do more shit in the community. You can do all kinds of shit. You're 0-7. You're the worst team in football. You can't sell shit. Okay. Why can't we sell things? Well, you're losing. Okay. Let me go to the root cause of my problems. We just lost again. What was the root cause of this problem? Well, owner, Chris Johnson, you clown. We just got 4 yards in the second half of football. 4 yards in a passing league where offense is at a premium, where people are scoring 25, 20, 30, 40. We're watching the Bengals and Browns light it up, the Steelers and Titans light it up, all these teams light it up, and your team is going backwards. You can't get a goddamn touchdown.
Forget just where the Jets offense is. Let's look at all the pieces. Again, we do this every single week. All the pieces that Adam Gase had in Miami that he either didn't
I don't care about that. I don't even care about that.
But that highlights the biggest problem.
No, the problem is that you're 0-7, dude. Like the thing is like this.
And why is that?
But they want to do a clean slate. So it's like, all right, every season is an entity in itself. So last year they ended strong. So now you go into this year. Okay, listen, this year is your wiggle room to prove that you should have been fired last year in all our opinions. But whatever, you're back. And now you're the worst team in football, and it's getting worse week by week. So you showed a glimmer of hope, which I told you. Listen, you're going to have 2 or 3 games each year where you overplay how good you are. This is one of those weeks the Jets had a chance, and they melted. Because you know why? Because they're not well coached. They're just not. So how does Chris Johnson wake up tomorrow or look at the game tonight? Like, it's on him, dude. Because you know,
no,
at the end of the day,
not.
I don't give a fuck about Joe Douglas.
It's not on Chris Johnson.
Joe Douglas can't fire Adam Gase, dude.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't. He's spineless and he's powerless.
Bullshit.
He's got no power.
He's choosing to be spineless and powerless.
No, he's got no power.
No.
He's got no power.
No, he is signed for 6 years.
So what? So what?
If
he's powerless.
If he starts a power struggle with Adam Gase, if he chooses to initiate that power struggle, if he initiates
puppet
some shit, no. If
yes,
he's choosing to be a puppet. He is choosing to be a puppet. The power is all there for him to take right now. If he goes to the media,
how can he fire a colleague? They're on the same level.
Directly, he cannot fire him by talking to the media.
Who's it come down to?
By talking to the media and saying this shit is unacceptable.
You know why? He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that because he wants to keep his job and he wants to make his money.
So then whose fault is it?
It's the owner. This ain't not Joe Douglas, dude. You know what? He's going to play the game, dude. He's that complacent employee. He's going for the ride. He's going for the ride, dude. You know what? Because let me make the owner the bad guy. You do that. I'm gonna keep collecting my check. I got 3 more years. I'll ride it out because he didn't want to.
Is that the guy you want overseeing your team, overseeing your football operations?
I have many questions about Joe Douglas.
But Tyson, that's the problem. Ownership, we know what ownership is. They don't know football. Fine. Joe Douglas needs to be the one that calls this shit out.
Dude, when your head coach hires your GM, what do you think's the problem going to be?
Who cares that he hired him? He signed for 6 years. If he's going to align himself with that,
he didn't want the fucking job, dude. They had to beg him to take the goddamn job.
Then he's no different.
Dude, I'm not arguing with you. Listen, I'm not listening. We all bought into Joe Douglas, but ever since then, it's been.
That is the point, though. Ownership. We don't expect anything from ownership.
Well, we should though.
We expect something from Joe Douglas.
I expect more from ownership.
I don't.
You know what? Why not? Because fuck that. They sell, dude. At the end of the day, fuck that. Ownership answers to us because we buy their fucking product. You know who sells Jets gear? Ownership does. Joe Douglas is a fucking employee, dude. He's just a guy. Chris Johnson's the boss.
You know what sells gear? Winning football.
Yeah, and you know who's responsible for it? Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson makes you sink or swim with him, and he's tolerating it because he's a fucking clown. Joe Douglas is irrelevant
for about 5 minutes of his life.
And whose fucking problem is that? It's his problem.
Exactly.
Here's the deal, dude. If he brings back Douglas and Gase next year, as fans, we don't buy fucking tickets. It doesn't hurt Joe Douglas. He gets paid the same. You know what hurts? It hurts Chris Johnson. You run it like a business. Your business is fucking failing. You make a change. If I'm a boss and I know that Joe Douglas isn't the problem, I fired a fucking coach. This is on him. This is on ownership, dude. Joe Douglas has a million questions. Listen, he drafted Mims. He played well. Davis has been useless. Becton's okay. But the draft class will give a year. Fuck it. They're all hurt anyway. And Cam Clark's not even goddamn active. Your fucking free agent class is a mess. Perriman's fucking terrible. Desir's fucking terrible. Van Roten's probably going to be gone. Half the guys he signed are gone. You know what? He has his part in the equation. The bottom line is this. This is Chris Johnson's this is his company. These are your employees. Your employee is fucking failing you and ruining the rest of your product. Consider the team a product. Your product is fucking being destroyed. As an owner of a business, how the fuck do you tolerate it?
So, a quick question. If Joe Douglas walks into your office right now, tonight, and says, I cannot work with Adam Gase, he is not the right coach.
You got to fire the coach.
Okay.
But does Douglas do that?
You're proving my point. The fact that he's not doing that is the biggest fucking problem. Ownership.
He's got too much job security.
Ownership does not know football. They're not going to do that. They gave Adam. They gave Adam Gase the vote of confidence after week 1.
He's got too much power.
They're not going to go back on it. Joe Douglas can change that. He can change.
You know what Joe Douglas is?
But he has to do it. He's not willing to do it at this point.
You know what Joe Douglas is? He is the person that he's the person that's even keeled the entire time. When shit is good, doesn't say a word. When shit is bad, doesn't say. He's just a guy, dude. He's like a wallflower. He's not an impact person. I'm gonna sit here and just observe. He's not a leader. He's like a wallflower. Exactly what he's like. You know what? Shit's burning down. Oh, that sucks. Shit's good. Oh, okay, good. Like he's not. Right now, you either sink or swim. He's going for the ride. Either way, he don't care. He's got job stability for 3 more years.
So if that's what he is he the right guy?
Dude, I got more questions. I got so many questions for him right now.
And that's why I'm putting it more on him than Chris Johnson, because Chris Johnson does not know football. He's not been involved with football for 90% of his life. Joe Douglas has. He was brought in here for that reason, to know
Joe Douglas
football.
Doesn't run the team.
You're telling me that he can't take over by talking to the media, by talking to ownership, that he can't take over?
Do that, dude. You know what? You know what he's worried about, dude?
He won't, but should he?
You know what? You know why he won't?
He won't, but should he?
You know why he won't?
Should he?
No. You know why he won't? Because he wants a career after the Jets. No, he's like, fuck that. No. He wants a career after the Jets.
He shouldn't throw Adam Gase under the bus. By aligning himself with Adam Gase, that's going to set him up for a career after the Jets.
It's easy. He's got an easy out. He's got such an easy out. Dude, he can't make the decision. Like, listen, it's out of my hands, man. I can't do it. Sorry, man. I'd like to. I can't do it. Listen. He's on the same level.
I don't buy that.
Dude.
On paper, they are on the same level. On paper, they are on the same level.
Yeah, and that he does not have the ability to fire Gase. Therefore, he won't.
In reality, they are not on the same level. He is signed.
It's not reality. They're not reality. Fucking Adam Gase got him hired, dude.
So what? You're the GM.
So what? So they both report there, and he cannot fire Gase. Period. He's there for the ride, dude. He's got the easy thing. Listen, man.
If he wanted to fire Adam Gase, he could fire Adam Gase.
No, he
can
can't.
get him fired.
He doesn't have the ability to do that.
Not directly. Not directly. If he wanted Adam Gase out,
he won't do.
He could get Adam Gase out. You're telling me he can't?
Nope.
If he thought Adam Gase was a shitty coach, he couldn't get him fired.
Dude, you want him to go to media and blast him. He's not going to do that because you know what? That's called job suicide.
No. Whether it's going to the media or just going to ownership and saying this guy is not the right guy.
Well, he could go to ownership and do that.
Okay,
but then we'll never know that.
And he's not.
But we don't know that. We don't know if he did that or not.
If he did, you think Adam Gase is still here?
Dude, you trust ownership now all of a sudden to be right? Dude, the same ownership that doubled down on Adam Gase on week 1 when they got fucking blown out. Now you trust ownership to make a quality decision?
If your GM comes to you and says this guy has to go, yeah.
This is the same ownership last year. They're getting embarrassed week in and week out, and they fucking kept him. The ownership does not want to admit to their mistakes. Period. They're stubborn. They're pricks. And furthermore, all this shit with the fans, they don't want to act like an organization that reacts to the fans and the fucking billboards and the fucking planes and everything else. They don't want to be like, oh, you know what? The fans say this. They're reactive because you know what? When they hire a new coach, the label of the Jets is, oh, they fire a billboard. They put up a billboard. They fired a coach. They're trying to portray, stability and smart decision making, but they're ignoring the fact their coach fucking sucks.
But that is why Joe Douglas has to make the point for them. They don't want to listen to the fans. They don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to the fans.
Joe just a guy, dude.
Tyson,
he's just a guy.
You're not listening. They don't want to listen to the fans. They don't want to listen to the media. They think they know football, but they have not been involved with football. That is why.
So who does?
Again,
so okay, here's a question.
Again,
let's go higher then, Kevin. No, time out. Listen, I understand your point. Okay, listen.
Trust him to evaluate the decision.
Okay, but listen. Let's go higher then. You want to fucking play this game? I'll play this game.
Play it.
Okay, play it. Who's above Joe Douglas? Is there a team president here? What about him? Who's that guy?
Jaime? Dude, he's on the same boat as Chris Johnson. He doesn't know football either.
So what does it tell you then, dude? What does it tell you? That the entire front office of the Jets doesn't know their ass from their elbow. This is more than Joe Douglas. Joe Douglas can come out.
Having said that, if Joe Douglas, if he can't just go to ownership and they make a change, you go to the media and you make us think about it. You don't think they're going to react?
Dude, he ain't going through the media, dude.
Why?
He's not. Because he wants the job after this.
By going
the job after this.
By going down with Adam Gase, that's going to get him the
next
job.
He's not going down to Adam Gase. He can wash his hands. No, he's not. He's going to wash his hands. Hey, man, I'm on the same level as him, man. My hands are tied. I can't do shit.
People can see through that.
Dude, if there's one person as an organization that's safe, it's Joe Douglas. Hey, man, I'm on the same level as Adam Gase. I can't do anything. This is like he could make Adam Gase a scapegoat, the easiest guy. He's getting a mulligan in all this. You know, dude, Rich Cimini gave a mulligan today. Rich Cimini's article today gave him a mulligan. Like, well, rough times. No rough fucking times. Look, when Joe Douglas does his press conference, the first fucking question should be like, listen, Robbie Anderson, Rashard Perriman, explain it. It's been
By
a colossal
choosing-
fucking nightmare.
By choosing to stay quiet. That's the problem.
You don't care, dude. He's got job stability. He's letting Adam Gase just do his thing. He's gonna sit back and let Gase sink and let ownership sink and be like, you know what? Not my problem, man. I'm just here to do personnel. Because to be honest with you, we have no idea how much power Adam Gase has in this organization. We have no idea, because if you look at it, if Joe Douglas is such a highly touted guy, then why the fuck are we trying to trade from that goddamn running back from the Miami Dolphins? Look at the guys that bring in. If he is so highly touted and the shit he's doing, do you have any confidence in the things he's doing? I don't.
So like we've been talking about every single week, at what point does Joe Douglas separate himself from all of this shit that that Adam Gase is a part of, as far as a losing culture, being just a complete loser of a head coach, that every single analyst, former player, they all see it. They know what Adam Gase is. Why is Joe Douglas willing to go down with him?
He's not. Because he knows that once Gase gets... No, he's not.
His silence is complicit. Absolutely.
Yes, it is. His silence is, I got 4 more years here. I don't give a fuck. He's going to get fired. I'll still be here.
So that's the attitude you want from your GM.
Listen, Kevin, I'm on your side, dude. No, I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying what's going on.
So he needs to change it. That's what I'm saying,
What needs to change is ownership needs to make a fucking change. This is on the owners, dude.
Ownership
on the owners.
Ownership is not just going to wake up and change
it. Who makes the final call?
Joe Douglas needs to make.
You're 0-7. Who makes the final call?
Joe Douglas is the one football guy that's here. Who else is going to make them change it? They're not going to do it on their own. They're not.
Do you
Joe
think
Douglas has to make them do it?
Jets ownership, as clueless as they are, including the team president, because obviously the entire front office is a fucking nightmare in terms of leadership and like football operations, director of football operations, head of operations. All these guys are all above their head. You're 0-7. You're going backwards. Sam Darnold, another game came back where you're walking away like, I still don't know what he is. No idea. So how do you, as you look at your product, you're the owner, this is your product, how do you say, you know what? I'm good with it. The final decision comes from them. So Joe Douglas can say something. We've said something. The media said something. Everybody's saying something, and they're doubling down on the coach.
But
why?
If Joe Douglas is not saying anything,
how do we know that? How do you know that the ownership says, you know what, stay in your fucking office. We believe in Adam Gase. How do you know he's not doing that? How do you know? Why are you giving ownership the benefit of the doubt? Because they're clueless. They may say, you know what?
Why are we
just get us fucking players? This is our coach.
Why are we giving Joe Douglas the benefit of the doubt? That he's
not giving nobody the benefit of the doubt. The bottom line is ownership. Dude, they're 0-7.
So
this is on ownership.
Okay, so through 0-7, do you think at one point in any one of these losses that Joe Douglas has gone into ownership's office and said, you know what, we need to make a change in head coach?
And what if they said we're not going to fire him? Then what? Then, Kevin, you know what? I've been, to be honest with you, I've been in this situation. I've been in this situation before. Here's the situation. I've actually personally dealt with this. I've worked in a situation where my coworker was a fucking liability, costing us a lot of money in terms of sales. I went to my fucking boss, said, listen, man, listen, I'm all about the company. I want to see us be better. I want, all our commissions to go up. I want to see better productivity. So-and-so we have some issues here. This guy is not, this is going to cost us some money, not only now, but down the line. And my boss told me directly in my face, I appreciate you telling me that, but you know what? We're going to ride it out and see what happens. He has potential doing this, 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 and this. So you know what I did after that? You know what I did after that, prime time? I shut my fucking mouth. Because I'm like, you know what? I expressed my concern. They didn't give a fuck. And the guy today still at the fucking company.
Okay, but you did that. You expressed your concern.
How do we know Joe Douglas didn't? How do we know Joe Douglas didn't do that?
Do we believe that Joe Douglas has expressed any concern?
We have no idea. We have no idea. We will never find out because media is fucking. They're handcuffed by their fucking owner.
And guess what? If he did it with ownership and nothing happened, guess what? You have a full fucking media that you can address.
He won't.
Did your job have a media that you could go to and throw your coworker under the bus?
He sits back and lets Gase beat himself.
He has a New York media that is willing to pounce on this guy.
Dude, he's not going to do it, dude. He's going to sit back and let Gase destroy himself.
And he's destroying himself by not separating himself from it. He's going to
let Gase destroy himself, but now you know what though? It's going to come down to his press conference because I apologize. It comes down to the press conference if the media actually puts in the task and actually calls him out on shit, or because listen, we talked about this last time. John Idzik got fired because of his press conference. Yep. He did. His press conference got him run right the fuck out of town. Joe Douglas has to face some serious heat. Like, dude, you're the worst team in football. How do you keep this coach employed? And when he spews some bullshit out, okay, Brashard Perrin, Robbie Anderson, all these different things. Pierre Desir's not been good. All these moves you made have not worked out. How do you explain that? How do you explain? Dude, he has to give us an intelligent, well-versed answer. And then somebody's got to say, like you've been saying, have you ever recommended to ownership to have this head coach removed? And you say, well, I don't want to talk about it. No. What is your evaluation of the team? Like, dude, you can make him answer the question. And if he doesn't do it, out you go.
That tells you all you need to know. But why do we have to wait for that for the bye week? We're 0-7. Our organization is up in flames. This team is up in flames. We're getting worse every single week. We're regressing. Our young quarterback's regressing. We talk about it every week. Why do we have to wait until the bye week for our GM to address this?
You don't. He can do whatever he wants.
Half of this roster is him.
I agree.
So if by your theory that he's trying to set himself up for his next job, why is he willing to allow
his next coach?
Why is he willing to allow himself to sync with Adam Gase? I don't get that.
Because dude, the impression is this: he's a very reputable guy. He's letting Gase burn down his stuff because, like, if you rat out your coach and do all this shit, the next coach is not going to want to work with him.
How reputable is he, and how much authority does he really have if Adam Gase is allowed to control him? What kind of GM is he?
That's what happens when you do a half-ass hire when you have the coach in place and hire the GM. That's been the ultimate problem with this fucking team. When you fire McCagnon and then have Gase. This is the problem. It's the hierarchy and the incompetence of the owner, the head of football operations, all those other fucking clowns. This is the problem, Primetime. This is it. So now the theory, in theory, is that you get this fucking coach out of here and you say, okay, Joe Douglas, you've escaped this 2 years of shit. The first year you got to pass because you're hired after the salary cap and the fucking draft. This year, currently, you didn't really add much impact other than Becton, which we're giving you credit for a first-round pick, which is ridiculous. Okay, you've got this pass because we're going to blame everything on the coach. Now you're allowed to be a part of hiring this coach, and now your pass is gone. Because if you don't build around this fucking quarterback, unlike the last quarterback, we got a problem.
Yep.
This is it. He's getting a pass because Gase is so incompetent. And he's taking advantage of it because nobody in the fucking media is talking about it. Dude, Rich Samini today gave him, he's got a mulligan. Why? Like, part of Sam Darnold's problem is that Brashard Perriman sucks. Frank Gore is your fucking go-to guy. Problem. You released Le'Veon Bell for nothing. And when he plays the fucking Chiefs, he's probably going to play well. He's getting a pass.
And who made those decisions? If it's Adam Gase and you sat back and you allowed it, or if it was your decision,
or you're unable, or you have no fucking power because the hierarchy of this team is fucked up. And at this point, dude, I'm thinking.
Are you really telling me that you don't think Joe Douglas can seize that power right now?
No, I'm telling you that. I'm honestly telling you. Yes, I'm telling you that Adam Gase has too much fucking power in this organization, and this ownership's a bunch of fucking spineless, arrogant pricks. I'm telling you that.
With every single media analyst starting to turn on Adam Gase, you don't think that there's any way that Joe Douglas can seize that power from him as a general manager who signed for 6 years.
As long as Adam Gase is in this fucking building,
I can't buy that. I can't buy that.
How can you not buy it? Dude, Gase got him fucking hired.
But he's the GM.
Wait. You're not buying it after week one when this fucking ownership backed him up? The same owner that doubled down after week one.
In typical organizational structure,
after week one, the owner doubled down on him.
In most organization structures, who has more power, the GM or the head coach? Usually,
we're not the same organization. There's a reason why we suck for 10 fucking years, dude. Keep in mind, this is the same fucking group that was happy Woody Johnson and his incompetent ass fucking left for this fucking clown. That after week one, primetime, after week one, and an embarrassing fucking loss, told us this is my guy. After last year, he embarrassed you.
So who's to say that maybe Joe Douglas didn't recommend that ownership say that he's not fully on board with Adam Gase and putting all these thoughts in their ear?
He sits back and just watches the fucking circus.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's just a guy.
Joe
Douglas is just a guy.
Whether he just sits back, whether he stays silent, whether he promotes Adam Gase, whatever it is, something is wrong here with Joe Douglas because he's not doing his job.
It's the fucking hierarchy. It's the structure.
But he could change that.
No, he can't. Ownership could change it. Ownership changes. The problem is the ownership.
When your team has been the laughingstock for 10 years that can't get any kind of hire right, and for the most part, right now, Joe Douglas is still viewed somewhat positively by media, by fans, in spite of the year and a half that he's been.
The media's got the narrative handed to him.
Okay, but he's still the one guy that is still somewhat viewed positively. So you can't tell me that he can't seize that power from Adam Gase right now.
He can't see shit.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't. The only way he sees his power is Gase gets fired.
Spineless to take it. That's the problem. He is too
They're
spineless
on the
to
same
take
level,
it.
dude.
And what does that tell you? If he's on the same level as Adam Gase, is he the answer? No.
No. It's not. He's not the answer. It's the hierarchy and the structure that Jets ownership put in place is the fucking problem. Just like McCagnon and Bowles.
So
that's the same fucking problem.
So he should change it.
He's not.
Speak up and bring about change. Otherwise, why'd you take the job?
And how the fuck do you know that he hasn't spoken up and ownership saying, you know what, know your fucking role and sit in your room? How do we not know that? This is the same ownership that doubled down week 1, dude.
You think
how do we not ownership didn't say, Joe Douglas, you know, we hired you to do personnel. Shut the fuck up, sit in your goddamn chair, and make fucking moves.
You think ownership's telling that to Joe Douglas?
Dude, I think ownership is enamored Adam Gase. They're doubling down on him despite all of us saying, you know what, we're not wrong. You're not fucking right.
If that's correct, then we're not getting this shit corrected over the next 3 to 4. That's not happening.
That's my fucking opinion. And I'll go down. Yeah. I will go down in flames so ownership proves me wrong. Because you know what? These motherfuckers are 0-7, dude. So you know what? Somebody's got to answer to it. Not fucking Adam Gase, the used car salesman. So it's either going to be fucking Joe Douglas and his fucking press conference or Chris Johnson when he comes out of his little fucking castle and says, okay, let me explain why we're 0-7 and why I'm doubling down on this coach that cannot get more than 4 fucking yards and a half.
Who do you expect more out of? Chris Johnson
the
or Joe
fucking
Douglas?
Owner. Because you know what? At the end of the day, do you know who sells fucking tickets? Him. You know who makes money off all of us fucking idiots? He does. Joe Douglas doesn't make any money off us, dude. You know who's buying the product? No, it's him, dude. It's his revenue.
But again, just a reminder, he is the acting owner. He is not your legitimate owner.
Who it is?
He inherited the team from his brother who went overseas. He is not a football guy.
Let Woody come back in November then. I'll blame Woody too then. I'll blame Woody and fucking Chris. Because here's the bottom line. Prime time, here's this. The Jets are not marketable, dude.
Or your football guy.
Your football guy doesn't fucking matter. He doesn't matter. Your revenue stream, your wins and losses, all of your focus is on your fucking owner and your head of football operations. Their bottom line, they don't give a fuck about wins and losses. They care about is our team marketable and how much money can we make off them? Well, you're 0-7, you can't make shit off us. You're on the verge of getting blacked out and you play the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. How do we change that? How do we spin this? Well, you spin it by firing your fucking coach. And if you don't do that, your GM is powerless because the GM didn't hire the coach. The coach hired the GM. That's the fucking problem.
But if your GM recognizes that he cannot win with this head coach, he
ain't doing shit.
Okay.
Joe Douglas is a goddamn puppet.
If he's not going to do shit, then he's part of the problem then he is equally part of the problem as Adam Gase.
He's part of the problem. The ultimate problem is the owners are doubling down on this fucking clown coach and they're not making a change. Dude, keep in mind, Kevin, look how many embarrassing losses there have been this year. The fans are embarrassed. Everybody's calling for a change. And you know what ownership is saying? Fuck them. They're going to keep watching every week. They're going to keep buying shit. Why make a change? They're suckers. They're going to keep doing this. And it's like status quo. Up, no big deal. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. That's it. And you know what happens? We keep watching and we keep doing the same old shit. And that's the problem.
But Tyson, that mindset, I expect that from ownership because we know how incompetent they are. I don't expect that from Joe Douglas.
He's powerless.
He was sold to us as something different.
He's powerless.
He may
has
be.
No fucking
he
power.
may be, but he's got to step up and find a way. If he's the GM,
then you know what? Then
his press conference. He has a 6-year contract. He's got to find a way to do something here.
Here's how you do it then.
Period.
You know, here's how you do it. In his press conference, when they ask all these questions, he'd be like, you know what? I defer that to the owner to ask that question because I'd give him recommendations. Dude, because that's the ultimate decision maker.
But why can't he say that now?
But dude, the other thing, but keep in mind now. Also keep in mind, and I'm not making excuses because I just know how this organization runs. Keep in mind, this organization is the most insecure motherfucking team in the NFL. And we know that firsthand because we've dealt with them. For a litany of reasons, for our fucking podcast, for our t-shirts and everything else. They're insecure. They worry more about me and you doing this fucking show than losing on the goddamn field. And that's a fact. And we have proof of that. So now they're like, you know what? How do we handle this? Right? They're worried about all this different shit here. So they may tell, like they do with players, because now there's ultimatums of all the fucking players. You got to say certain things. You got to do all this shit. Because they control what you say. Like I had chances to interview players, but my requisite was I can only ask certain questions. Well, why the fuck would I do that then? To sit here and say, you know what, we like to be like we like to be like amongst the fans. If you're a fan, you ask certain questions, right? If I can't ask realistic questions, I'm not doing the fucking interview because you know what, I'm like a fucking idiot. Wait, I can ask about your foundation. I can ask about how great life is and do you like the new uniforms? But if I ask why you can't make a fucking play, is that a problem? Like fucking seriously? Yep. So you know what? I won't do the interview. So what I've learned personally over the years is, you know what? Fuck doing interviews. Fuck being tied to the Jets. It's just not worth it anymore because we had no goddamn credibility. I'm a fan like everybody else is watching this shit. And like the media that gets paid to do their jobs, they're willing to be the fucking, all right, you know what? I'm not going to do this because this is my job. This is my fucking job. So what the Jets are probably doing to the players and everybody else saying, listen, you can't say this and you can't say this. If you do this, you're going to lose your fucking job. So they may tell Joe Douglas, listen, man, know your fucking role, bro.
But no.
Know your fucking role.
But
what he's going to do is, you know what? I have 4 more years here. I have 4 more years. I'll know my role. His coach will be gone in a year, and then I can do my thing.
But if I'm Joe Douglas, my number one job is to, like he's been talking about in all the quotes, building a culture, bringing a winner here.
Full of shit.
If Adam Gase,
used car salesman.
Oh, okay. So again, you're kind of proving my point, though, right?
No, not proving the point.
Based on all the things
ownership.
Based on all the things he's saying with his actions, yeah, he looks like he's full of shit.
He hasn't said shit in 2 months.
Exactly. That's the point.
So then instead of worrying about what he's going to say, which can be 2 weeks from now, let's focus on the fucking problem. The problem is Gase and owners. The owners won't pull the fucking trigger.
To me, the problem is Joe Douglas not making ownership change that.
No, the problem is your team is 0-7.
I don't expect anything from ownership.
How can you not? You're the worst team in football.
They don't know football.
You're 0-7, dude.
They don't know.
Do you need to know that 0-7 is the worst team in football?
I know that. You know that. Everybody that's on this stream knows that. Does Christopher Johnson know that? No, he doesn't.
That's
Joe
crazy.
Douglas should know that. He should be able to make that change.
Let's just go to the fucking comments. We just did. I don't know how long this stream has been, but we just argued for fucking 45 minutes. So I hate when mom and dad fight. Sorry, Carlos. Next comment. Just stop, Kevin. We get your point, but obviously this isn't like another franchise. No, and listen. First of all, I have a lot of respect for everything Kevin's saying, and I understand his frustration, and we are very good friends. I completely understand it, but the Jets are not like everybody else. This is the most half-assed, backwards fucking organization that worries about so many things that are not relevant to what's actually a matter of football. And if Bill Parcells were here or something like this, none of this shit would be going on. But from top down, they have no fucking clue about football. They don't.
So don't you think that's the problem, though?
No, I mean, this is ownership, dude. They have the wrong guys. They have the wrong guys in place.
Okay,
from top down, they're the wrong guys.
Maybe, probably. But if we're supposed to sit here and believe in Joe Douglas turning this franchise around, we got to see more out of him.
But here's the deal. Can we be completely honest here?
Yes.
Let's be completely honest here. This is the same Joe Douglas. They had to beg to take the fucking job. It took how many contract offers for him to finally give in? Like, all right, I'll take it. This is not his dream job. They fucking begged him, dude, to be with Adam Gase, who basically helped hire him. That's what it is. So it's like the order of how this all went is ass backwards. Now, if Joe Douglas hired somebody and it blew up in his face, like, listen, man, I gotta get rid of this guy because I made the wrong hire. Dude, he didn't make the wrong hire. He inherited all this.
But hold on, you spend your entire football life as 6
years and a shitload of money.
But hold on, you spend your entire football life as a scouting analyst, and he spent 10 years with the Ravens. I think another 4 years with the Eagles. You spend all that time waiting for the right opportunity to take your job as a GM, right? So once you finally get that offer, you would think he would want to kind of impose his will, do it his way. He's got 6 years. He has more time than Adam Gase. Why is he not doing it his way?
He's riding it out and letting Gase get himself fired.
Is this his way? Does he approve of Adam Gase? No. Is this what he wants?
Nope. I personally think he's riding it out, letting Gase get himself fired.
Something is wrong. He can't continue to allow this.
Listen, I'm giving Douglas plenty of blame, but me personally, I think he's riding it out and letting Gase get himself fired. I think he's powerless. He's a fucking puppet. Like, I want to make Muppets and Puppets like a fucking t-shirt. I want to make it so goddamn bad, but I know the Jets will fucking attack us and they'll probably fucking send the NFL on us. So,
yes, but by reporting structure, he's powerless. by not thinking outside of the box, though, by not addressing the media, by not going to ownership, he's got to do something here.
He can't do shit, dude. He can't do. He is powerless right now.
I don't buy that. If he went to the media right now, right, and
he's not going to do that, dude.
But if
he won't get a job anywhere else, he won't get a job anywhere else.
By going down with Adam Gase, you think he's going to get a job somewhere else?
To go out in the media and call out ownership and the coach is not going to get you a job. You're gonna be out of the NFL quicker than you fucking can speak your words. It's not the way it works.
We're talking about the Jets. The other 31 teams around the league know what we are.
Talking about the NFL. Then so wait, you're gonna let your general manager do that under rail fucking Gase, and then you want to let Joe Douglas hire a coach? Like, yeah, man, I'm good. You just buried your other coach. I'm out. That's not how it works, man.
Buried a coach who he realized was not good for this roster.
Ownership do
that was not
ownership should have the ownership to recognize and do
doesn't know football. Do you think Christopher Johnson knows football? When he's
that's the problem. Then that's the problem. Then that's the problem.
When he's watching these games, do you think he knows what he's watching? Really?
Dude, then that's the problem. You just answer your own question.
Okay.
Then that's the problem.
But
that's the problem.
So you're saying that Joe Douglas has
your ultimate decision maker doesn't know football, doesn't know what's going on. That's the problem. The same guy that talked after week 1 and doubled down on his head coach that we know is not meant to be on this team. That's your problem. It starts and ends there.
But if Joe Douglas is staying silent and not doing anything about it,
or if he's for the ride, dude,
or if he's speaking up but not willing to talk to the media,
he's powerless.
Whatever he's doing, it's not enough. If he's
powerless. It's like spitting into the wind, dude. You keep spitting, it's hitting your face. Like, I'm good. Like, how many times can you cry fire, fire, fire? At a certain point, like, you know what? Why cry fire anymore? They're not letting him go because they bought into this coach.
Because
the fucking owners like the coach, dude.
Because he's going down. Because he's going down with it now.
No, he's not. He's not getting fired. He got 4 more years. He ain't going nowhere. He's still getting a fat ass check. Now you got a question from New Jersey Lauren, dude. You can answer your question.
If Joe Douglas went to media and said that Gase should be fired, do you think that Esiason and the rest of those dudes would roast? No, you know what? Boomer Esiason and Costello and those guys, I'm sure they would probably point the finger at Joe Douglas because they bat for Adam Gase any opportunity that they can. They've been pointing the finger at Greg Williams after the comments that he said last week. I don't expect anything different from the way the media covers the team, but I do expect Joe Douglas, if he's really about culture and really about turning this team around and his image, to say something, to not endorse this. You can't allow yourself to go down with Adam Gase. And I don't expect anything different from ownership. I don't think ownership knows football. They don't know what they're watching when they watch these games. Joe Douglas, he's been with the Ravens for a number of years. He's been with the Eagles for a number of years. He should know what he's watching. He should be speaking up.
And if he speaks up and ownership says, you know what, we got to ride out and see what happens, then what? You go back in your cave and you just do your job. You're just a guy. And you know that you have no power and you're humbled. Okay, thank you. Now I know what I signed up for. I probably regret it. If we're being completely honest, you know that motherfucker regrets it. He'd be like, you know what, I wish I never came here. You know he did. He wishes he never came here at this point. Because this is a colossal fucking dumpster fire. So you know what? I go back in my office. I do what I said. But again,
though, in private, I can understand. Ownership can probably think they could just tell Joe Douglas to stay quiet. If Joe Douglas actually talked to the media and he kind of gave some indications that he did not approve of anything that Adam Gase has been doing,
you don't care, dude. But he's getting paid for 4 more years. He doesn't care.
But that's the point, though. Who's ownership going to side with? The guy who's paid for 4 more years, or the guy like Adam Gase who's only signed for 2 more years, who has nothing on his resume? Who are they going to side with?
Because ownership is arrogant and they want to believe in their coach.
But this is an easy power struggle that he can win if he chooses to fight the battle. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. If he knows that ownership believes in Gase, he's got no power.
He's going to get fired with 4 years left on his contract. They're going to fire Joe Douglas.
Or if you watch him speak out and favor him, you're like, you know, dude, if you guys bought into him, I'm going for the ride.
When you listen to the media, that Joe Douglas is the one thing that most analysts talk about as being the little bit of hope around the Jets. Joe Douglas, right? The guy that's been around Super Bowl winning teams. He's the guy, right? You really think he would lose a power struggle with Adam Gase? Ownership would side with Adam Gase and fire him?
They're not going to fire him. They're not going to fire him. You're missing my point. They're not going to fire him. But say, listen, we heard your point of view. We acknowledge it. Now go do your fucking job. Go back to your office and do what you're paid for. Period. Because you're an employee. Do your job. That's it.
He's trying to do his job. or he would be trying to do his job by getting an incompetent coach.
His job
that
is to get
setting your
personnel.
franchise backwards.
His job is to get personnel. He's not even doing that well. That's what he's hired for. His team is it's personnel and everything else. Hand the personnel to your fucking coach. So now they're going to say, we hear you loud and clear. We understand your opinion. We're not going to do that. Go do your job. 4 more years. Take care, buddy. Adios, puppet. That's what we're doing.
Disagree with that.
It's a fact. All right, let's see. I don't know what Le'Veon Bell's doing. People are asking about Le'Veon Bell. I haven't seen shit. Kevin and I have been arguing for a half hour now.
Do you have a touchdown yet?
Owner is the biggest problem. Tyson is right.
Le'Veon Bell, 3 carries for 19 yards so far.
There's no reason for Douglas to put his own job at risk. Gase is gone at the end of the season. Listen, if that's the problem is how Gase is gone now.
But how would Joe Douglas's job be at risk though?
If you come out to the media, you're committing career suicide. You won't do it.
Is this ownership group that doesn't know football really going to fire Joe Douglas? Are they really going to think about firing him with 4 years left on his contract as the one football guy in this organization? Or
they could tell him, or they could tell him, dude, do your job and shut the fuck up. Like his press conference is going to be the test. It's a test, dude. Kevin, you're talking to
who would they be to tell
the media narrative, dude?
Who would they be to tell him to shut the fuck up?
His boss.
His boss that doesn't know football.
Dude, the same boss
you
that tells
brought him
players
in
you can't
because
answer certain
he knows
questions.
Football. You brought him in because he knows football. Supposedly,
dude, the Jets control the narrative, bro. They control the narrative with everything that comes out of that goddamn office. Do you think everything has to be approved, including us getting interviews? They control everything. What the players say, what this and that. The minute Avery Williamson fucked up with Joe and Evan, guess what happened now? His questions are L as fuck, dude. Yep. These players aren't going to say shit. Joe Douglas ain't going to fucking say shit. They're going to control it and say, you know what? We got to tighten things up. You know why? Because Adam Gase is a paranoid fucking clown, and Jets ownership doesn't like bad fucking publicity. They're not a normal organization. The shit you're saying is right if you're the Patriots, Ravens, Eagles, and everybody else. They're not any of these teams. They're the New York Jets. They're fucking clowns.
Going to the bathroom. Again.
I'll answer questions then. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? I actually don't want to hear Chris Johnson. This post-game show went off the rails a little bit. What's up, Michael? Kevin is a Sam Darnold apologist. Listen, man, Kevin, I like Sam as well, dude. And I understand you want to buy into the young quarterback. You want to make sure that he can, is in a position to succeed before you move on for him, because we went through so many quarterbacks before that, whether it was Geno Smith, Mark Sanchez, Hackenberg, all that. So you want to make sure you know what you have before you get rid of it. So I completely understand Kevin's take on that. So he's not an apologist, man. He's just, you want to know. And today didn't help us at all. The interception before half was terrible. So that's bad. This post-game show went right off the fucking rails. Joe Douglas has no power. That's a concern. I mean, one thing for sure, you guys have a great comedy show for the rest of the season. To take a little brighter side of this is that thank you guys for whoever joined us for the live stream. We had a lot of fun with that. We had a lot of laughs, and it was fun to see the positive. I think prime time, we had positivity for at least like an hour there at one point. We had a lot of positive comments for an hour, and then it just slowly went right to shit. So
yeah, the first 27 minutes of the game, we were moving the ball. We had all the belief in Dowalagan, and that was it.
This is great. Guys, let's stop overreacting. We need to watch the tape. And yeah, I mean, we got to watch the first 7 games, understand why we're 0-7 before we figure out what's going on. Who's getting traded by the deadline?
I think it's going to be fascinating whether or not they try to actually trade Quinton Williams or not.
It's going to be a fucking dumpster. I think
everybody else, as far as Avery Williamson.
How are all my cans empty? Hear this?
I'm down to my final 2 actually.
I would say I would put. I mean, the sad thing is, like, a lot of these guys I like Jordan Jenkins, I like Brian Poole, I like all these guys. But primetime, if they offer you a 5th round pick for Jordan Jenkins, you're out. Like Brian Poole, like in a passing league where corners out are premium. If they offer you a 4th round pick, you're out.
Yeah, Jenkins, Poole, Avery Williamson.
McDougal can get the fuck out of here. Like McDougal, be a 7th round pick. Get him out of here.
Desir, McDougal,
Avery Williamson.
on the offensive side of the ball, I don't know who you would trade, because I still think, to a certain degree, you want
Frank
to
Gore.
evaluate
He's
some of the
clearly a
things you
bell
have.
cow.
Well, he's your number one back, so you're not trading him.
Maybe change the topic, guys. Did we offend you, Jake? Can you not handle hostility? Maybe can we trade Frank Gore for anything? I mean, he's a bell cow running back.
No, I don't think so.
Chaz is very upset. I'm fucking pissed. I mean,
we're all pissed.
It's tough, man. I mean, and here's Joe Douglas has got to step up and fire the coach.
Thank you.
But he can't. That's the problem. Like the
on
hierarchy,
paper,
like
he can't. On paper, he can't. According to the hierarchy, he can't. Can he get creative and find a way to do it? Yes, he can.
But here's a question for you though: when they hire the new coach, hopefully at the end of the season, which I don't believe yet, does Joe Douglas, upon hiring him, say, okay, now this coach, which supposedly should be his guy, does he report to Joe Douglas, or the same hierarchy has been fucking us for 10 years now?
I don't see them changing the hierarchy, but they absolutely should. If you have enough confidence in Joe Douglas, your head coach should report to the GM. GM reports to the owner. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, I mean, that's a person with integrity does something. I agree. But I think that the Jets, they have a weird way of handling things. I'll just say that. And this ownership group is just...
and has that way worked?
I'm not saying it does, dude. I'm on your side, dude.
So why doesn't Joe Douglas try to change it?
Because I think sometimes when you know you're fighting a losing battle, you just acknowledge it and you keep moving on.
So then don't take the job. Don't take the job.
When they dude, he didn't. It was a third attempt.
But eventually he did. Eventually he did.
They gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. Like, all right, 6 years, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, we'll give all your buddies jobs, we'll pay them well too. Like, dude, they gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. That's what they did. Let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. Their first attempt, he said no. Second attempt, they said no.
and then he said yes. So if you're gonna say
they gave him an offer he couldn't refuse, dude. And you know what? I guarantee you right now he's got fucking like, you know what? I regret this shit.
Probably.
Labe just had a 16-yard rush for his first carry. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on here. Tyson is on point. Finally, the light is going on in the dark. You call me in the dark? I think I'm always in the light, but all right. I guess it's probably 0-8 after next week. Yeah, the Chiefs ain't got nothing going on there. I really hope he's not powerless. We're going to learn a lot at that press conference because the Jets week in and week out are losing and nobody seems to fucking care other than us. Nobody cares, right? Nope. Prime time. They've been getting blown out. Today was competitive. 4 yards a second half is just, I can't even conceive that at this point, but nobody cares. They keep just like strolling along like, hey man, we keep losing and it's fine.
No, they touted as progress, especially today. They got some guys back. They're able to look at this as Adam Gase getting some of his players back and the system finally coming together. That's the way they'll look at it.
I don't know where Greg Williams comes at this. Can't blame Greg Williams. He doesn't deserve to be fired. They have no talent, yet defense plays hard, limits the opposing offense to some degree. Before half, they melted. End of the game on the line, they melted, but whatever. Greg Williams is not... whatever. I don't even give a shit about Greg Williams at this point.
I'm not even going to fault him for the end of the first half. They never should have been on the field again at the end of that first half.
But they were.
And they still only gave up a field goal. So they gave up 6 points for the first half. Bills didn't get in the end zone the entire game. Ideally, if that happens and you only give up 18 points to a team that's much better than you, you should win that game. Your offensive-minded head coach, getting his quarterback back, his left tackle back, his receivers back, he should be able to put up enough points to get you that win. So that's not on Greg Williams at all. At least not today.
Yeah, I can give a fuck about Greg Williams. We all know that next year, new coach, he's out of here. Like he's not going to be a part of the future of this team. So I can give a shit.
Yep.
I'm good with Greg Williams as interim coach. Obviously, him, Jim Bob Cooter, fucking like Dow Loggins, dude. I can give a shit. Just get this clown out of here. Like I don't even care who it is. New drinking game. Take a shot every time Tyson calls someone a puppet or a clown. Dude, I want to make Puppets and Muppets t-shirts. I really do. Like I'm down for that. This team it's either that and like what else do we keep saying over and over? What are we watching here? I know it's
that one.
Let's see you all hit the like button. Please do, man. We appreciate you guys who are subscribing, liking us. We're like you guys, man. We're just fans. You can tell we're fucking angry. Let's see. Guys, stop watching this team. We're not. We're fans, man. And the good days, bad days. This is the bad days, and you want to see change. You want to see things get better. And we both know obviously what has to happen to make things better. It's like you don't just say, hey, we're out. No, you keep watching. You get fucking pissed while we're fans.
Yeah, as far as not watching the team, that's just never going to happen. You're a football fan. You invest in a team from a young age, and you support that team, and you hope that it eventually at some point it works out. This
is the most important thing, and I'll keep saying this.
That I've done.
I've done it too, and this is the most important thing as this season keeps playing out, and which I highly doubt now with New Jersey going through all kinds of spikes and all this other shit, is that I say, hey, you know what? Tickets are available for Jet games. Don't fucking go. And if you have season tickets, buy the fucking tickets and sell them to opposing fans. Do not put green in the stadium.
Do you really think that if the state of New Jersey called up Chris Johnson and said, hey, we'll allow you guys to have 10,000 fans in the building today, they would even want it? Because they would know
money, dude. They don't give a shit. They know this. They don't care. It's money, dude. If they can get 10,000 opposing fans in there, $100 a ticket, they're taking the money, dude. It's a business, man. Any way to make money, you get concessions, you get the parking, fucking overrated prices for that.
Most of the time, I would agree, but under the current state of the team and having fans in there with fire Adam Gase chants, I don't think they would want that. I don't know.
Rookies look solid today. Only thing we can hang our hat on. Rest in peace, Sam. Listen, for the first half, what the fuck happened in the second half? Like, what happened to Mims then? Like, what happened to, I will never understand. Like, the worst part of this entire season to me is that when you walk away with could has and should has, and you don't get a true assessment of all these guys, and that's a problem for Joe Douglas too, because when you try to draft players or sign players, you need to know what you have. Most of these guys, you don't even know. Like Cameron Clark, how's he not active today? Ashton Davis has not been impressive at all, right? I mean, if we're being honest, I understand rookie, all this other shit. He hasn't been really good. Like, we don't even know what we have.
Yeah, Ashton Davis was pretty much invisible today. Zuninga was on the field, didn't really notice him at all. Bryce Hall still working his way back from injury. Braden Mann, it looks like is going backwards, for a punter that you drafted.
Last 2 weeks he sucked.
Exactly. So it's a lot of unknowns at this point. At the very least, yeah, you like the looks of your first 2-round picks, with Becton and Denzel Mims getting out there today. But other than that, just a lot of question marks still.
Avery at least tries out there. Avery Williamson tries, but he's slow. He should be traded.
Yep.
Like now, go ahead, prime time.
No, I never understood the idea of paying him the money that they were paying him, even with the the reduced contract. I think they went from like $6.5 million to about $3.5 million. I still didn't understand that as he was coming back from an ACL injury at an inside linebacker position that you were okay with last year when him and Mosley went down. You had Burgess in there, you had Neville Hewitt, you had Cashman, and you did okay. Your defense was okay against the run.
Fucking land.
I wish I knew what was going on with him, but yeah, paying Avery Williamson so much money, I get he brings some leadership, some veteran experience, but at this point he doesn't look the same.
And Blake Cashman not getting much playing time. Like the one thing you notice on the Jets overall, when you watch, I'm trying to watch other football here because I'm tired of fucking dealing with the Jets, is overall team speed on defense. And that goes with covering tight ends, covering running backs, or just sideline to sideline tackling on running plays. The Jets have got to lead the NFL in rushing yards against like 8-yard carries or more without getting touched. They have to. It's seriously, dude. How many times? I spilled it again. Third show in a row, I spilled something. But they got to lead the NFL in 8-yard carries or more untouched. Seriously, it's just the defensive line where Quinnen Williams, he actually came on after the big penalty, but
and not even just the carries.
I gotta get something, dude. I spilled shit everywhere, and I need more drinks anyway. Holy shit.
I was going to say, not even just the carries, but like the quick hitches and everything like that. It just seems like our cornerbacks are always playing, at least 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, especially on some 2nd and long, 3rd and long plays. And we just make it so easy for Josh Allen, a quarterback who, has had some accuracy issues. We just make it so easy for him. There's never any corners that can, play press, play man-to-man, or at least, do so within, 5 yards. And we just give these guys a huge cushion. And
spill more shit.
What'd you do now?
Headset on backwards. It's this third week in a row, dude. Third week in a row. I got fucking.
Still waiting for your shotgun.
Fuck, I just spilled. Want me to do it?
Do it.
Oh, we'll vote. We'll see. Fuck, dude, how much did I spill? What the fuck? don't know how we have subscribers right now. I really don't understand we have subscribers.
I have no idea.
All right, we'll go. If you guys want me to do a shotgun, we'll see what the reactions are. I'll do it. Did I miss the post-game press conference for primetime shotgun performance today? Well, as a media person, I'll consider myself a media person now for this conversation because I witnessed it firsthand. I would say primetime's first shotgun was not very impressive. There was concerns about the spillage, the floor, his shirt. The second one was significantly improved, much improved, but took like 3 hours. So yes, he watched film. People thought when you went to the bathroom, you watched film. I'm pretty sure you probably did to make sure you made some changes. You adjusted, unlike Adam Gase.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I made the adjustments in game. I didn't have to, do this press conference after the game and say, you know what, I got to look at the film first before I address how bad that first shotgun was. No, I addressed it mid-game. I looked at the film. I said, you know what?
It was impressive. You definitely.
That was a shitty hole that I poked. I should have been better than that. I acknowledge it. I take full accountability, responsibility for it. I made the adjustments. I came back even stronger, better shotgun. We're just waiting on you now.
NY Jet Fan 1991, we appreciate it, man. This whole super chat thing, we're new to this. We definitely appreciate it. I'm sure that Hey Tyson and Kevin, did you hear my vacuum cleaner broke during the week? I took it to the shop. The guy put a New York Jets jersey over it. Now it sucks. Well played, man. That may be worth a t-shirt for that one. All right, NY Jet Fan 1991. Send us talkjetsradio@gmail.com. Send us I got you for a shirt, man. That's definitely worth it. I know I owe Dylan a shirt. He probably I promise I've been trying to mail it out, dude. We are just so fucking busy, man. I can't watch this anymore. Take care, David. Can't help it. Roush Sirkin 2020. Appreciate it, Meatball Parm. You know what the funny thing is about Meatball Parm? He actually told me, he's like, God, you got to do the whole super chat thing. And he gave us like a lot of insight. But I'm like, bro, we're just two fans trying to talk football and drink beer and stuff. And I'm like, we don't want to do that. And he's like, no, you guys should try to do some of this shit. So obviously we're not very technically savvy. We have no idea how to do half this shit. So we appreciate you guys joining us. Nothing is the way it should be in Jetland. Completely fucking true. This team will make you just batshit crazy. Trying to get caught up prime time. We got a lot of comments. We're so far behind. I have no hope for this team, and I will not buy any Jets merchandise or go to any Jet games until they have a winning team. Facts. Not even winning, dude. Not even winning. Fire the coach. You fire the coach and give us some hope next year. I'll go back to games. If you bring back Adam Gase next year, I'm not going to that fucking building. I'm not returning. Fuck them.
Yeah, and I think a lot of fans are in that same boat. We all know what Adam Gase is, and to sit here and try and sell us on him for another year, for a third year, that's fucking ridiculous.
For primetime, you're looking at this from a logic, but not from business ownership and bad publicity point of view. Until money or hurt and losses won't mean anything, they see it as we just bad, but money's still coming in. And that's the ultimate problem, dude. They're making too much money off us. It's the NFL.
I can't sit back and just say, you know what, Joe Douglas deserves a complete pass. Because, we know ownership does not know football, especially Chris Johnson. Woody Johnson, maybe to a certain extent, he bought the team. But Chris Johnson inherited this team just because his brother went overseas. He has never been involved with football, does not know football. So, yes, I get it. It kind of starts with him at the top. But to expect him to know what he's looking at, know what he's talking about, I don't expect that. I expect the GM, who they brought in and signed for 6 years, I expect him to know what he's looking at. And so watching these games through 7 weeks, for Joe Douglas to not say something, to not go to ownership and say a change has to be made, to not go to the media and say something is off. Joe Douglas has got to do something. I'm not saying he has the power directly to do something, but if he's just kind of sitting back and hiding and allowing Adam Gase to do all this, something's wrong there.
Joe Douglas took the job, and here's the thing. How he handles the situation is his resume for his next job. I mean, his resume right now is incomplete because it's 2 years of just a disaster. I mean, there's just no leadership, no hope, no wins. Stay in school, Trevor. I mean, right now, the only way Trevor Lawrence comes here is you get rid of the coach. If you keep Adam Gase,
if Adam Gase comes back, do you think Trevor Lawrence is coming out? And I don't think there's any way.
Tyson,
you're first overall.
Tyson, you're Joe Douglas. What would you do? Would you choose career suicide? No, what I would do is I'd go into ownership's office. I'd give my recommendation. If they take it, great. If they don't, great. And then I sit back and collect a shitload of money for the next 4 years.
But
at some point, you hope Adam Gase gets fired.
But what choice would be career suicide?
Going to the media and fucking blasting Gase would be career suicide.
I think
that's career suicide, dude. You want to burn shit down? It's career suicide.
I think the complete opposite. By sitting back and just allowing this team to go down and ruin your young quarterback and chip all these pieces out, I think that is more career suicide. Aligning yourself with Adam Gase, the worst football coach in football that nobody respects, that has won nothing. I think that is more career suicide than anything else that Joe Douglas could be doing right now.
I just got a shotgun of beer. This was a moral victory. What the fuck is a moral victory? No. To watch your team have 4 yards in the second half? There's nothing moral about this. Like losing, like I'm not that guy. Maybe I don't think you are either. But dude, I'm not that guy. Like losing is losing, and when you blow a 10-0 lead, and the way they did it before the half, after the half, during the game, at the end of the game, like there's nothing. They're grossly poorly coached.
But like you were saying, though, like this is the kind of organization that does view this type of game as a moral victory. They will tout it as such. This was a team that was better than them. They competed with them. They had a lead at halftime. For them in that building, based on what we've seen through 6 weeks, this 7th game, that's a moral victory for them.
Mims looked the part. He no doubt did. Listen, there's positives in this game. Not a lot of them, but there are. Mims, Pirine, Mims for the first half. What happened in the second half? I have absolutely no idea. And I don't know what it fucking takes to get a vertical passing game here. I will never understand when Adam Gase clearly said in his press conference, which I know I shouldn't watch and shouldn't believe him because he's a fucking fraud. Perriman was the missing speed. We need add speed to the thing. Yep. And what happened to Vincent Smith, dude? What happened to Jeff Smith? What happened to these guys? Like, dude, everybody kept telling me, dude,
not one of them.
And the funny thing was, we did a show a couple weeks back on Blog Talk. If you guys don't know, we do a show on Tuesday nights, 8:30, 10:30, because I work late. And everybody kept telling me, Tyson, you're such a prick. We got Vincent Smith, we got Jeff Smith, we got Chris Herndon. You know what the fuck you're talking about? Where are they? Seriously, where are they? Like, show me. Where are all these explosive playmakers? Is Sam ignoring them, or are they just not getting open, or are they not playing, or they're not being used right? Where are they all at? Prime time. Where are they?
You know,
I'm that guy now because I'm angry because I spilled shit everywhere.
The thing with all those guys, like they could be good complementary players, even Braxton Berrios, like good pieces as your, 4th, 5th wideouts. But when you're expecting them to be your number 1, number 2, number 3s, it's just not realistic. They can't beat, top flight corners. They're not at that level. They could be good complementary pieces, but you need that number 1 to take away that pressure. And we don't have that guy.
Kevin with some support from Mr. Tuda.
Wow, I got some support.
Really miss Crowder today? Why? There's other guys in the fucking field. You use them. This is I don't want to go on another rant because I have so many in me right now. Like every other team in the NFL is missing vital parts. When one guy goes, you step up and you find other ways to use them. The Jets are not even no tight end position, dude. Nothing with tight end, no Perriman, no Mims, no Jeff Smith, no Vincent Smith, no running backs out of the backfield. Like, dude, you got to find ways to adjust. And then when you ask Adam Gase, I got to watch the fucking film. Dude, watch the film. You're watching it real time. You're not even calling the goddamn plays anymore. Like, Kevin, seriously, literally, he's sitting literally with no responsibility other than to watch the play on the field. What the fuck else do you have to do?
No.
You can't see what's going on wrong there?
I agree with you.
I'm angry as fuck, dude. What happened? I'm going to eat a bad chip. I got some bad chips here. Well, can I tell you a story? You want to hear a story?
Go for it.
So I had to go grocery shopping last night, and I was tired as shit, right? So I'm like, all right, walking around. When you're tired, you just buy whatever's there because you don't really care, right? Yeah. So I'm like, all right. So then I go past this aisle. He had $1.19 tortilla chips. And I'm like, $1.19? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I'm in. They're these things. Olay tortilla chips.
I've had those before.
Dude, the worst fucking chips I've ever had in my goddamn life, dude. They're horrendous. They taste like dog shit. It's like you might
Put
just
some cheese
eat
on
salt.
Put some
Dude,
cheese
you
on
might just take a spoon of salt, put it in your hand, and just eat the whole fucking. The worst chip I've ever had in my goddamn life.
Yeah,
So,
put some
note
on
to
it.
self,
Put some like
never
shredded
settle
chicken,
for-
put some cheese, put some beans on it.
Don't
make some
settle for cheap
nachos out of
tortilla
it.
chips, dude. They're fucking horrendous.
Get some dip, some salsa con queso.
Yeah, you gotta bury it in con queso. And another fact, you bought like really cheap fucking chips. So
yeah,
shout out to Olay, man. Horrible fucking chips. One less sponsor we're gonna get. So,
but I was just gonna say with Crowder, like the one thing with him, like you still have other pieces coming back this week, but the problem is you can't overcome what is literally the worst coach in football on the offensive side of the ball, as well as what's cumulatively the worst playmakers in football without Crowder.
I agree.
So, like, if it was one or the other, you had the head coach, but not the playmakers, or you had the playmakers, but not the head coach, you could probably overcome that. But when it's both, if you don't have your full arsenal out there, it's tough.
Yep. Yeah, just stop using Mims. Like, yeah, I mean, I agree. Their use of Mims in the second half was just mind-blowing.
Yep.
You still drinking, or it's just me?
I'm on my last one, and I can't believe it because I had 9 in the fridge, and this is my last one.
Douglas is smart. He will let ownership learn their own lesson. Jets ownership doesn't give a shit until they stop making money. Yeah. They don't give a shit. They honestly don't care. We are way behind the comments. Holy cross.
What are you doing?
Dude, we argue for a half hour. Let's
true.
be honest, primetime and Tyson, it could be worse. We could be Cowboy fans right now. Listen,
That's
you know
true.
what? Yeah, but dude, the Cowboys had some epic runs where they were in Super Bowls and Aikman, Irvin, and
Emmett. Yeah, but I mean, we all wanted Mike McCarthy. He's not looking too good right now. So.
Yeah, but dude, I'd rather listen. I wouldn't mind being the Cowboys for the years where they were fucking winning like 9-10 games every year and had that Super Bowl run.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. If I'm being honest, I want a McCarthy over Gase. So what the fuck do I know?
What a Matt Rule.
Brant Boyer is the only viable interim head coach the Jets have. They figured out they need to fire Gase, stop the regression. Williamson and the Oompa Loompa have to go as well. Listen, you can have Jim Bob Cooter, you can do Greg Williams. Brant Boyer doesn't have to be the guy. There's plenty of guys you can do. Yeah, we're so far behind. Holy Christ.
Yeah,
my bad.
Greg Williams, Jim Bob Cooter, Denard Wilson. I mean, you got plenty of veterans you can put on there.
So here's the problem. Prime time. I mentioned, should I do a shotgun? And here's the response: shotgun. And
now you're catching up. There you go.
Balance has sent like 5 of them. Can't wait till next week till you see you spill for a 4th week. Ted, I gotta be honest with you, bro. I literally, it's everywhere. It's like down there. It's almost on my mouse. It's all over my legs, on the floor. Like when this show is over, I got to clean up all kinds of shit.
How do you think my shotgun went before?
Oh, here we go. Now everybody's
chair, my floor.
Now I'm getting caught up.
There you go.
Shotgun. We love you guys. Drink now. Got to watch the film. I mean, primetime watch the films. That's good.
Niners are whopping the Patriots right now.
Patriots are struggling. I'm with you, Tyson. I thought Kotite was bad, but Gase is horrible for the primary reason that the offense is going backwards and Sam Darnold's being hurt, man. That's the thing. If you walk away from this, like you feel the worst about that. Yeah. So, let's see. I love you guys so much. Keep it up. Thank you, Brandon. We don't know how the reaction was going to be this kind of stuff. So now I'm getting attacked, dude. Those drops are almost as bad as the Jets play. Dude, it's 4 weeks in a row I've done this shit. I don't know what's going on with the goddamn.
He's done with drama, like her.
Dylan has just been fired. Just kidding with the Jets. Yeah, thank you, Dylan. Thank you for the contributions, man. Like we don't know how all the shit works, and Kevin peed and adjusted. He did. It was a solid. He definitely stepped his game up.
That's how you do it mid-game, though.
You guys are some of the best content on YouTube. Jason, we appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate it. And the what makes all this, to be honest with you, is you guys like answering all these comments and letting us be real. And like, if you guys don't know, we do a radio call-in show, and for a long time we didn't curse at all. We were kind of like trying to play the political game and like get players on and try to be like all like everybody else. We couldn't fucking take it anymore. We just got broken, right? Like
I was gonna say, Adam Gase coming back this year might have been what was best for our content and our channel. Just kind of unleashing, because
last year broke me, man.
As of last year, for 5 years, what we did, we were on the sidelines, we were credentialed, we interviewed players, we did everything PC. We didn't rip the team too badly, although I do think we kept things somewhat honest.
We played by the rules.
Yeah, after last year, it was fucking.
Last year broke me, dude. I couldn't fucking take it anymore. None of
us could.
It was like just off the fucking rails.
Hard, and I think that's just better for the content. And I love the engagement too. It's even better.
Let's see. I'd rather watch paint dry. At least does its job, unlike the Jets. 0-7, the Jets owe 21 wins in a row just to break even with what a playoff caliber team does. The problem with that, Grant, is like, I think at this point, if we can see a direction, if you could sell us something like, listen, all right, we get rid of the clown coach, you bring in like an Eric Bieniemy or whoever it is, a coach we could all believe in. Then we say, oh, okay, we're going in a different direction. Now we could kind of like embrace that. But right now, we know we're going in the wrong direction, right? Prime time, like there's no argument, right? We're going backwards now.
Yeah, we're going backwards, and there's still no indication that Adam Gase is going to be fired at the end of the year, which is even more concerning.
Don't you make more money for your team if you win? Not necessarily. The Jets have made a lot of money. They haven't won shit in 10 years.
Yep. PSLs, new uniforms.
Everything. Everybody keeps buying their shit.
$40 to park, $12 for a water. They make a lot of money.
I have zero hope this team will be better in the next 5 years. Starts with the coach, man. Get rid of the coach, and then that starts your rebuilding process. Other than that, I mean, if you bring back Adam Gase next year, you're setting this organization back 3 more years, if not more. Would you agree with that or no?
Yeah, especially, again, I know most people are on the Trevor Lawrence bandwagon. If you even try to bring in Trevor Lawrence with Adam Gase, you are literally doing the exact same thing that you did to Sam Darnold, which was allowing him to start his NFL career with a coach that was on the hot seat, with an offensive coordinator that didn't have a future in this league, and then replacing them after the first season and, trying to implement a new system in year 2. That's not how you develop a young quarterback.
No, I agree. Darnold only attempted 1 pass over 20 yards. He completed it. Darren, I will never, ever understand why the Jets are not incorporating a vertical passing game when you have speedsters. Let's be honest, dude. Like, if you look at Vincent Smith and Jeff Smith and Perryman and Mims, the one thing they all have in common, other than being like questionable receivers, they all fly.
Yep.
They can all run. Like, it's not, I mean, their play action pass after, like, on first down when they did it twice, like, there was always check downs. Like, it's like an 8-yard pass. There was never an intention to throw a ball downfield, ever.
Nope.
You agree with that? Are we friends again now?
Well, on that, yeah. I'll never understand that. That's something we've complained about for the last 2 years, why there's no vertical passing game.
Kevin, if that's the case, then Chris Johnson should let Douglas make team decisions, but the Johnsons think they are Jerry Jones.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. And that's kind of what it is. Like, they view themselves in that ownership role as like a Jerry Jones, knowing football, although Jerry Jones has been around football a lot longer than they have. Chris Johnson especially, he's got zero involvement with football. Woody Johnson bought the team. He's been running it for the last 15 years. He goes overseas and he passes it down to Chris Johnson, who has never been involved with this shit before. What does he know? What is he watching? Why are we supposed to trust that, he can accurately judge what's going on a football field as far as a GM, a head coach, anything goes?
Kevin really doesn't understand the whole yes man thing. There are plenty of other owners who want yes men. There will always be a place in the world for puppets, unfortunately.
Okay. No, listen, that's fine. But then let's just acknowledge then that Joe Douglas is a complete, he's a puppet.
Let's not Muppets, baby.
Let's not try to sell this idea then that
who make the shirts, dude?
Sell them. At this point, if he's not going to address the media and condemn this shit, then yes, he's a puppet. And
I got him ready, dude. I'm waiting for a press conference. I'm waiting for his press conference. I'll have that shit at press the minute he's fucking done with that press conference. Doesn't work. Yeah. I mean, this comment's dead on, too. George Fant was not good today, man. When the Bills stepped up the pressure. They were terrible. Either. But George Fant's a $9 million man, where you kind of expect a little bit more from him. He wasn't very good today at all. I mean, but the only thing with him, though, you kind of worrying about is he was injured all throughout the week. So you're wondering how much of an injury he had going into this game, where he kind of like tried to tough it out and be a team player.
Dogo's banged up also, so it's not like they even could have started him probably.
So many fucking text messages. That's what you do in any business. They don't take you serious. Sit back, take the money. I've seen it myself. That's what Joe Douglas is doing, man. He is sitting back, just collecting checks. But like, I got 4 more years. Let Gase blow it up and just deal with it afterwards. So it seems like, at least. This is for you, man. Oh, Sam is a bust. Told you to include his TOs and bingo.
He had 1 turnover today.
In the first half. It was bad. Well, yeah.
The whole game, he had 1 interception. That was it. He had the other fumble. The Jets recovered it.
How do you have 4 total yards in the third and fourth quarters? I really have no idea. I mean, that's just setting like Like what the Jets accomplished today in this league with all the rules and all the opportunities you have, and like even like with the Bills playing the way they were, it's insane. Like it's just you can't even fathom it.
No. 4 yards.
Let's see here. The Jets are pretty enticing head coach and free agent destination. If Gase is fired by the end of the season, the Jets have 13 picks in the first 2 rounds and the first overall, and have a lot of salary cap. That's your selling point, man. If you tell a coach that you got $70 million in cap space and number 1 pick, you could sell that.
Yeah,
right?
to a certain extent, but I just feel like they've been in this situation so many times before, and I don't know how many times you could sell that.
Prime time. What happened to Herndon? Maybe he wants to get cut. I don't know what happened to him.
It's so hard to explain what's going on with Herndon, especially after his rookie year. He was so good. I know last year he had the suspension. He was hurt. All training camp, they were praising him. He was going to be the go-to guy of the offense, and he's just done absolutely nothing.
Missing person report for the Jets rookie class. Clark. Clark wasn't active, so that's not his fault.
Yeah.
Zuniga. Well, Hall's not coming back till week 8, so that's can't really get mad at him. I mean, listen, Strim, we understand you want to be angry, but that doesn't really apply here. Some of these guys aren't even like eligible to play. So,
and Guidry wasn't a draft pick; he was undrafted. So
those gyps are still better than the Jets. I don't know, man. Andrew, look at these fucking things, dude. These things are like fucking cardboard. They're fucking useless, man. They're terrible. Those chips are kind of like the Jets' offensive second half. That's probably right, man. They're not good at all. Let's see. Put lipstick on those chips. Apparently, my pig comment didn't go over too well. I think I offended some people, so I apologize for that. I said put lipstick on a pig. These YouTube streets are kind of tough, prime time. I got to learn these lessons. Here's a comment. Trey White was shadowing Mims in the second half. Okay.
That'll explain it. So then where was Perriman? Where was Berrios?
I got called out, dude.
Oh.
Tyson, you jackass. I sent you a super chat that you never answered.
Wow. That's fucked up, man.
I'm a tool. So now I gotta go. How do I go back and find them all, though? So Gargus, I will say yes that I am a jackass, and I don't know how to find super chats though. So how do I find these things? I have to go back to our prime time. You keep talking. I'm gonna try to find. Oh wait, here's another one I missed. Shit. Fuck. Another small ovation because of slaughter, the KC slaughter. Sorry, it's such a dumpster fire of a year so far. I mean, next week's gonna be bad, dude. Like our live stream next week is gonna be. We gotta like redo the whole bingo thing, man. We gotta redo it.
It's gonna be like all Le'Veon Bell categories, probably.
So now, how do I find these? The problem we have, in fairness, is there's so many friggin' comments. It's hard to get through them all. Like there's like, dude, prime time. You don't understand how many that we have. It's insane. Another one. There's so many. Does Gase take back play calling next week? He actually said it's week. You left when he answered that because you got pissed.
Yeah. Well, I still heard it though. It's like week to week, right? What he was saying.
Yeah, you got to. They're gonna watch the tape and evaluate this week, and we'll make a decision for next week.
Yeah.
we need a Kevin Shotgun shirt.
Like spillage all over it.
Dude, this is a good one. That is it. That's our Let's Talk Jets radio shirt right there. That's it. That is the shirt right there. Just enjoying the shotguns. We figured it out.
That's a great shirt.
We get a lot of requests to do collaborations with other channels, and honestly, we just don't have the time, man. Yeah. We do a show Tuesday. We're doing a show Monday night, Tuesday night, Friday night, and Sunday, and then it's just a lot of time. I gotta find Garkus's fucking comment now because now it's gonna bother me. I thought I had all of them.
You do that.
Oh, now Primetime's leaving. Holy shit! There's a lot of comments. Tyson and Kevin's house can look like 1980s college movies. Hey, at least it wasn't a double-digit loss. I mean, it's a bad loss, man. I mean, they blew a 10-0 lead, and they melted for a while there. I felt bad for Perriman today. That dude was out before he hit the ground. Yeah, he got smoked. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. There's no way in living hell he's coming back anytime soon from that. I'm a sad Giants fan. I still enjoy listening to your show. You guys are entertaining. I feel how you feel about my team. Well, the cool thing for you, Adams, is that your team is still in that shitty NFC East. You're still in the hunt. That was a rough loss to the Eagles, but I mean, the Giants are still in it though, so you're lucky for that. Matt Campbell for coach. Matt Campbell, if you look at all the rumors around the Jets, is a guy that's mentioned often. They tried for him last time. They tried to hire when they were going through the whole Matt Rule thing, and Matt Campbell said no. I mean, what are your thoughts, Prime Time? Would you be okay with a college coach coming here and coaching this team?
Yeah, I mean, based on the success from Kingsbury and Rule so far, yeah, I don't think I'd have an issue with it. I think we'd all prefer the guy that has a proven resume, but I don't think any of those guys are going to be available or even want to come to the Jets. So then it would be a matter of whether or not you can entice a guy like Bieniemy or somebody like that to come here. I would hope, maybe that guy would be the choice over a college coach. But I think, Bieniemy and some of those other guys are probably going to have a lot of options at the end of the year also. And we don't really know if Chris Johnson, Woody Johnson are going to open up the checkbook to bring in those
I'll
guys.
my friend.
Cheers.
I mean, we got to
Playbook,
get credit, but
checkbook,
we've been doing this shit. It's almost 6 o'clock. We've been doing this for 5 hours. Browns and Packers fan. How the hell are you a Browns and a Packers fan? Stay faithful. Cheers, boys. Well, I guess being a Packers fan offsets being a Browns fan because the Browns are just brutal too. So
I wish I had 2 teams.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, me too, man. I privately root for the Seahawks a little bit. Primetime and Tyson, what shirts do you have that we can buy? We actually made Let's Talk Jets shirts a couple of years ago. I mean, I have MMA shirts, but you guys were all this is a Jet show. We can figure something out if you guys want. I don't know.
We should bring the Let's Talk Jets shirts back.
We could do that, or we could just do it we could just fucking give them away for great comments or some shit. We gotta figure something like that.
Yeah. I like those shirts too.
Your lipstick on a pig was great. Dow Loggins went to Arkansas, so he actually is a Razorback. So he's a pig. Thank you, Tyler.
There you go.
I apparently offended people with that. It's just, who knows that would actually happen. Primetime's gonna lecture me tomorrow. Stop making pig comments.
I like bacon. You know that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find Garkis's comments. Now I feel bad. Let's see. Lipstick on a pig. I don't know.
If you don't find it, just send him a shirt then.
Yeah, just tell him to just send it again. Make your comment again. I'll just put it up there. We don't we just pick up any comment and just post them. So, no, this one I completely disagree with. I say hire Bieniemy, keep Williams, dude. Let Bieniemy bring whoever the fuck he wants.
That's what they need to learn from all these past hires and arranged marriages, trying to force coaches to work together, coaches, GMs to work together, offensive coaches and defensive coordinators. Let your head coach pick his staff, period. No discussion. Head coach who oversees everything, let him pick his staff.
Le'Veon's looking good. I have no idea. I haven't watched an ounce of the game yet. This is it. What excuse will Boomer come up with tomorrow to back up Gase? Competitive game. The Jets were in it. They played a very good team. They were competitive. They had their opportunities. I mean, what do you think, Primetime? It's going to be that. I guarantee it is.
Pretty much. I don't expect anything different. I mean, it's the same excuses that we've pretty much heard throughout the year so far, that we heard last year as well. And yeah, this was a team that was much better than the Jets, so they're going to tout it as, a competitive game. They hung in there. They led at halftime. They'll praise every single, moral victory that they can.
Dallas has no QB for the rest of the season. Most likely, do they trade for Darnold?
But do we trade Darnold?
Yeah, that's the question.
That's
the question.
If they're giving you a first-round pick, do you do it?
A first-round pick?
Yep.
That's interesting. Because that's interesting. So what do we think his value is? But
his value is probably a second-round pick, but because you have a team in Dallas right now that thinks, you know what, the division's completely up for grabs. If we bring in a quarterback, this is probably our division for now, and it could even be our future quarterback if we can't sign Dak. So we'll give you guys a first-round pick. Is that enough to trade him?
Man, Sam had 2 picks. That's interesting.
Well, the one that was batted down, yeah.
I mean, that's interesting because I think his value in the offseason is the problem, that if they know that you want to trade him, you have the number 1 pick in the draft and you're going to draft Trevor Lawrence, your value goes down automatically. Dude, we know that you don't want to have Sam and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
So you may have a little bit more value now at the trade deadline. A first-round pick, bro. The Cowboys is going to be what? They're still – well, the problem with the Cowboys is how many wins are they going to probably end up with? What, 6.
They might
7?
only have 6 or 7 wins, but that might be enough to win the division.
Yeah.
So it's a tough
I think I may do it. I may pull
You
the
do it?
trigger. I may do it.
So then you trade Sam. Let's just say Flacco or James Morgan, whoever's quarterback.
Flacco ain't winning no fucking games, dude.
Let's just say.
Here's what I do. Here's what I do. I trade Sam. I don't play Flacco. I play Mike White or Morgan.
And let's just say you still find a way to win 2 or 3 games, and you get
shit with those
and you're picking 2nd or 3rd overall. Then what do you do?
Dude, they ain't. Dude, I don't play Flacco. Understand?
Okay.
You trade Sam, I play Mike White, I play Morgan, and they're not winning with either one of these two guys. Let's be honest. I mean, they're not.
Probably not.
Unless they pull like a Minshew or some shit, which would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mims is Perriman got just roasted. I mean, that was pretty.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, Garcus, I can't find it. I went through about 400 comments here and I can't find the comments. So we apologize for that. I take full blame for it. I can't. If Primetime could see the shit that we have in this chat thing here, it's insane.
I think you owe Garcus a shotgun for losing his comment.
All right, I'll do that. I will make it up. That sucks. I'll do it though. Fuck it. Why not? I owe him to him. We're all doomed.
Yep.
All right, Garcus, I got you, man. I'll just shotgun the shit, and I'm just gonna be plastered.
There you go.
These chips are making me thirsty. Oh my goodness, this show. I don't know what happened. Like, I'm here for the comments, man.
I gotta get some food after this.
The Patriots are playing like trash. I mean, yeah, they are. They're losing right now.
We might beat the Patriots in one of those games.
Stop it. Joe Douglas is a yes man. He doesn't have any power. His own draft class is barely getting any playing time because of Gase. I was surprised Cameron Clark was inactive today. I'm not going to lie about that. And Ashton Davis hasn't been very good at all.
Especially when your offensive line is all beat up the way it is.
Yeah. Darnold will not be good. Darnold will be good, but unfortunately not with us. 11 before the bye week. Oh, here we go. Tyson, you're such a yes man. Yeah, good luck with that. Not even fucking close, my friend. If Kevin knows that, dude, I don't say yes to much shit. I feel for you guys, the Bucs fan. I'm used to this. Bucs fan, dude. You got the best team in football right now. I hope Adam Gase, knew the guy, gets fired and you guys get Trevor Lawrence. Hope for the best during off season for this team. Dude, as a Bucs fan, you're just getting Antonio Brown. Like, give me that. Give me the problem of having Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, Tom Brady, Todd Bowles with the great defense. Fuck, man.
What also pisses me off is how many teams don't even have to go through like the full rebuild.
Tyson apologizing to someone named Gark's Bloodlust. It is, man. This is we're I gotta do a shotgun because of this shit.
I've only done 3 of them in the last 2 weeks. You shouldn't complain.
My level of disappointment has reached a new level, guys. And us or the team. I mean, I'm disappointed in us too, man. I mean, if you watch, let's see. Thank you for the live stream. Very much appreciated. There's another good one. Just enjoy the shotguns. We gotta make some shirts, man.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't know what Le'Veon Bell's doing. Everybody keeps asking what Le'Veon Bell's doing.
He's still on 3 carries for 19 yards last I checked. So
yeah, I don't know. My question was, if you had to pick one, would you rather the Jets fire Gase or get the number 1 pick? Which is more important? Probably time you answer that. I'm gonna fucking get I'll shotgun. So I'm getting more.
All right. If you had to pick one, would you rather? I would rather fire Adam Gase. To me, as far as the issues that at least we somewhat have control over, minus ownership, Adam Gase is the single biggest problem within this organization, period. So I think you can win with Sam. I think you can win with Trevor Lawrence. I think there's many different ways that you can build a competitive team that can win, but you cannot do that with Adam Gase here. Adam Gase is the biggest problem we have. He's already shipped out a number of talented pieces, with Robbie Anderson, Le'Veon Bell, Jamal Adams. We've seen this exact script play out with Miami. Guys like Tannehill and Jarvis Landry, even other guys that stayed there with Devontae Parker and Mike Gesicki. They all got better when he left. So I would much rather see Adam Gase fired at this point than get the number 1 pick. I personally love to have both. I would love to, have the number 1 overall pick and also have a new head coach be able to come in, because I think that would entice whatever head coach is out there, the opportunity to be able to get the best guy, having that number 1 pick, whether it's to trade it to build around Sam, or most likely to take Trevor Lawrence and start fresh with your new guy. You'd ideally love to have both. But yeah, if it was one or the other, get Gase out of here, because I think once he's out of here, that's your best chance to start winning.
Winning? What the fuck is winning around here?
When Adam Gase is gone, that's what it is.
So the question was, would you have number 1 fire Gase and the number 1 pick? I mean, Gase. Well, that's a good question though. I'm gonna say fire Gase, because we know it's not the answer. Yeah. That like your first way of rebuilding this team the right way is getting this guy out of the building. And now we have more of these things, these super chat things. It's a lot of pressure, man.
Bring them on.
Keep up the good work. Cheers, guys. Rise up. Thank you, man. We definitely appreciate it. We drank a shitload today. I mean, this is like, this has been 5 hours of this shit. I mean, this is crazy. I'm having a blast. I mean, this is just, I dread like the 8 o'clock game's got no chance. I'll be tweeting like bullshit, 'cause I won't be able to see the game. Hold on. So we got to go back to this. We got 2 more of these. So, and again, we are completely appreciative of all these super chat things, but we got so many fucking comments. It's so hard to go through all these things. And we're like, when it comes to like technology and like, I'm just horrendous.
Yeah,
all right, here we go. If it's a popular vote, can you guys try to get Jet Central on one of your live streams? Trust me, everyone wants it to happen. I mean, I don't even know who Jetstream even is, to be honest with you. You? Do you? I don't listen to podcasts, dude.
Jetstream or Jet Central? Jet Central, I've seen his channel before. He's got some
I don't even know. Like, I don't really follow like
I would say I don't really follow many of like the other like Jet fan podcasts and channels out there. Like, no disrespect to any of them. It's just, if I'm gonna watch like other like football content, usually it's like, Damian Woody or like guys that have played the game.
Ryan Baldinger.
Yeah, like guys like that. That's usually what I watch when I'm not on here doing our own stuff.
Well, the thing is too, is like you never want to get accused of like copying somebody else's shit or like saying the same shit everybody else is saying. So I'm like, you know what? I'll watch the game, I do our shit. Like I'll read like you said, like same guys like Baldinger, like Orlovsky, and that's kind of it. Like I don't even know. Like, I know, like, listen, everybody's doing great. Like the most important thing right now is for all these podcasts and all these live streams to do great, because get rid of the fucking media, because the media is trying to push out narratives that nobody believes in. So we completely support everybody else. I just don't know like who all these people are.
We're out here, making our own content, so it's hard to
just trying to figure out.
Watch a lot of other people. But yeah, I mean, as long as you're not watching the mainstream media and buying into what they're trying to sell, support your local Jet fans.
Yeah, and we like I did one with what the fuck is the Bills one, crowd assist podcast, like I like the Bills guys, we try to help like whoever we can, like we just don't know, we're just we're just not good with this kind of shit, to be honest with you. Rich Eisen's phenomenal. I love Rich Eisen.
Yeah, his stuff's always really
the super chat, click the money. Yeah, I don't know how that shit works. Like we're so new to this. Like I said, when you guys first mentioned it, I had no idea what it was. We both said no. We're like, fuck that. And so don't worry, guys. We just gotta watch the film. There's more of these super chat things, dude. Now I got pressure. Fuck. This is terrible. I'm gonna let you start doing this shit, man, because you got to understand how many comments we get. It's ridiculous. That hard. Dude, you're screaming through like hundreds and hundreds of comments. Like they come in. Here they are. I got them. Holy shit. Tyson, Tyrone, and Primetime can lead these clowns better than the dynamic trio of Gase, Loggins, and Williams. And Tyrone's like our X factor. Tyrone's our dude, man. He's like, unfortunately, he's down in there and he's in Virginia and he's busy as shit and he drives a lot. So he called in on Tuesday. He was good for a little while. Then he lost coverage. So, dude, we appreciate it, man. Tyrone's a fucking fireball too. I love when he calls in like the first. He's like, usually we bring him on right away because he's like our other host, and he's like, bro, let me tell you something. I'm like, I'm good, because right, you're like, let him roll, man.
And then we just sit back for 10 minutes and let him go off. Yep.
Yeah, it's outstanding. Next one. Do you guys watch Joe Blewett do film rooms? Actually, I do. Actually, he actually messaged me yesterday because he saw me go on a fucking Sam Darnold rant, and he was like, bro, you got to check this out. Dude, I respect all these guys that do all 22 stuff. I don't have the time, patience, or energy for any of that shit. They all do. There's so many guys that do really good things. like Turn on the Jets. They do a lot of really cool stuff like X's and O's and film content and shit like that. I just don't. It's just not my thing. Like I don't know about you, Prime Time. But like I just don't. I watch the game. I have my opinion. And I fucking done. Like I don't want to look at like, well, if Jordan Jenkins stepped to the left instead of the right,
No, I'm the same way as far as evaluating the film. The one aspect that I do like is kind of, just sitting back and being able to write about it. I do articles, for NYSF Mag, been doing that for, about 4 years. So yeah, aside from like doing the video stuff, I do enjoy writing. But other than that, I'm not going to just sit back and break down film to that extent.
But Joe Blue, it's phenomenal. We're both friends with him. Like I've seen him do his work, this shit with Robbie Sabo, like those guys, like I see him, like people doing a lot of good work, man. I can tell you this, a lot of these guys, like that whole group over there, they do a lot better work than the New York media does. And it's not really even close because they put so much time into it. They were doing a segment with Marcus Coleman, the former Jet. It was phenomenal, dude. Like you have like a fucking NFL safety telling you like, listen, they're fucking up right here. Like, how do you beat that, man? So yeah, we give credit to everybody, man. It's just not my thing, man. Like I don't, let's see what we got here. I think Gase took back play calling in the second half. It wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. You trade Sam at the trade deadline. Better not win any games. I mean, that's the risk you take, man.
If you do trade him, yeah, you better hope you don't win any games because you're fully on board for Trevor at that point.
So am I shotgunning this thing here? What are we doing here?
That's what I thought. I'm waiting for it.
The Garcus dude said his comment you missed was from last stream. And we apologize, man. Listen, we are new to all this stuff. I will take full blame for all this. I'm very new to this. And the comments, we try to acknowledge everybody, and it's just not very easy, man. Got another one. Like, I can't keep. Prime Time, I'm letting you take this shit over, man. You don't understand how distracting this is.
I'll do it next week.
Fucking have at it, dude. You have no idea how hard this shit is. Let's see what this one says. Oh, no, this is the same as the bus. We're not doing that one again. He already did this twice, so we're good. All right, good. I didn't miss this one then. All right. When we shotgun then, am I ready for this?
Do it.
Well, I got to give you a question to answer.
I don't need any questions to answer. I want to watch you shotgun.
Let's go. You guys should go on Play Like a Jet podcast. Nah, we're good, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I actually know him very well. He's a good friend of mine. Everybody's doing good things, man. Like, we support everybody. We have no problems with anybody. It's just let everybody do their own thing. Like, we're just kind of like, we're just busy and just trying to stay original. Like, we don't want to like, right? Like, I don't like, I hate when other people's shit because then it's like, oh, you stole this, you did this. I'm like, I'm good. Like, I just rather just.
Yeah, we've been doing podcasts for 6 years. So, I mean, it's no disrespect to anybody else that's doing their own thing. But, like, we've also had our own thing for a while. And, Yeah,
it's just like everybody can have their own voice and do their own thing. Have fun with it. Who cares? Like, I don't. Let's see. I got to give you a good comment. You can answer while I try to do this shotgun here.
I don't want to answer any comment. I just want to watch.
That's just some bullshit, man. No, you can answer something because I got to get prepared for this.
Give me something Sam Darnold related.
Yeah, Jets, X Factor, they're good too. Robbie Sabo and those guys. We know everybody, man. We're friends with everybody. Here you go. Here's one for you to answer. All right, NY Jet Fan 1991. Give me I have your email. I'll send you your shirt, dude. But now for NY Jet Fan 99, we have two shirts. We have a New Jersey shirt that has the American flag going down it with a jiu-jitsu belt on it, or we have a shirt that says New Jersey MMA. So we should probably do this Prime Time. Let's give us a plug here because we have our shit on here. Oops, my bad. So njmmashop.com, we have shirts that are I have MMA shirts. Prime Time has NYSF magazine. So check it out. So NY Jet Fan 1991, decide what kind of shirt you want. We have black and gold with a pretty cool logo, or we have a patriotic one. So that's up to you.
Yeah, hopefully our magazine's not too far away from coming back out. For those that don't know, we were doing a print magazine for about 2 years. It was distributed at about 400 different locations throughout North Jersey. And then, unfortunately, once the pandemic hit, we kind of stopped doing the print version. We started doing some, some free digital online magazines. So hopefully, we're not too far away from getting back into that.
You're impressed with my technology right there, right? I just clicked on it. We get the fucking.
That was good. That was good.
Let's see. That's how I roll. I'm getting text. All right, so probably hide that shit now. Oh, this is gonna be bad. And we got more comments. What the fuck? I love this channel. I've seen others. They seem pretty PG or PG-13. I need booze and cursing in my Jet Sorrows.
Well, again, it's not to knock anybody that does other Jets content, but like when we started doing this, we were the same way.
Thing.
We were PG. We didn't really curse or anything. We didn't want to step on anybody's toes. We didn't want to offend the Jets.
Nope.
And, we wanted to have our interviews. We wanted to have our access on the sidelines. And there comes a certain point after a number of years where you realize what's more important, kind of telling things the way they are or being a shill for the Jets. And I think that we've seen and we've interacted with so many different fans that are calling out the likes of Esiason and Costello and everybody else that's just regurgitating all the information from Jets PR, that we wanted to have a voice that was, just legitimate and didn't kind of spew that bullshit.
Tyson in prime time, what are your thoughts on Khabib retiring? By the way, I thought it'd be good to see y'all do a live stream for UFC pay-per-view. We're not going to cut. We could. I mean, we got a lot of insight on that. I'm glad for him, man. Listen, like we talked about this earlier, probably like the first 10 minutes of the show. One of the best ever to enter the octagon, not even close. He entered this fight with a broken foot, which people didn't know about. And dude, family's very important with those guys. Like this guys from Dagestan, I know a lot of them personally. Zabit, a bunch of them. They all train with us. Dude, it's a different lifestyle. It's a way of life, and family is ridiculously important. If you watch the fight closely, when he entered the octagon, he was actually very emotional too. He was almost tearing up then. It meant a lot to him, dude. And it's like, what? He promised his mom he was going to do it. You can't judge him. Most of the time, it's not about money. It's about, family and the career and things like that. I don't think he's going to come back. I mean, the George St. Pierre fight is one that everybody keeps talking about. Good for him, man. If you can walk away top of your game, everybody want to see him be 30-0, 29-0. Dude, he's the best to ever do it, dude. Like, walk away when you feel it's right. And that's it. Yeah, I don't judge him.
Yeah, best to do it. Walk down on his terms, and yeah.
Sometimes it's bigger than the sport, man. Where it's family and you want to be there for your mother, and when it just doesn't feel right. When that's his corner, dude. Like that's his lead train. Like that's his guy, and you don't feel that, especially in fighting, dude. When like the relationship between a fighter and a coach is so much more unique than everything you'll ever see. Because when you're there and you're getting the shit beat out of you, it's like, you have a person that's in the cage looking to beat the hell out of you, or a ring. And when you go to corner and that person looking at you like, I want you to help me and I trust you to help me get out of the situation. When that bond is gone, it's time to go, man. I mean, I completely respect him, man. He's easily one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, and you see other guys like I know we talked about Cejudo and Masvidal and some other guys that clearly probably did it
McGregor
for monetary reasons, absolutely. Whereas this time around it seems like with Khabib it's obviously
more significant. Like McGregor and those guys do it for money. Cejudo's doing it for money. Nobody bought Cejudo at all. A lot of these guys, you just know it's this is real though. Like religion and faith and family is very, very big in Dagestan. It's just. We could do a UFC show. I know all these fucking guys. Yeah. It's just, it's different, man. It's different, and respect it. And this is combat sports, man, where you take a lot of physical damage. And the physical damage you may not see today, you see it 5 years from now with concussions and everything else, where you want to have a quality of life afterwards. So if a guy retires early, I respect that, because you know what? You make your money. You can enjoy your family. You can go for walks on the beach. The damage to your elbows, your knees, your head, everything else. Primetime rolling his eyes like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I was looking up at the Niners making a play on the Patriots.
All right. The only podcast I want you guys is on with the yeah.
Oh.
We are not getting nowhere. They all know us. We're not getting nowhere near any of these guys.
Nope.
Gangrene David gave us a shout out. Hold on, I go back to that. These comments are so fast. I've known these guys, these gentlemen. He calls us gentlemen. I felt old now for 4 years, and listening to this stuff is some of the most therapeutic stuff I've ever heard.
Appreciate that, David.
MMA sucks ass. Skull Joker, come on, bro.
Whoa.
Come on, man. Dude, that's just wild. You guys should start taking some call-ins during your live streams. Take some pressure off you two to keep talking and give us more of a voice. Bro, we do that on Tuesdays, and then we were going to actually reach out to Gangrene David, see how we could take calls. But here's the challenge that we have. We screen our calls. Like every show we do, we actually talk to the person that calls in, because we're not going to get trolled, and we like to control our content to the point where we're not going to have like a bad situation. So if you call in on Tuesdays, you're talking to me or Kevin. Like we're both going to talk to you. We ain't going to be like, hey man, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Like we're going to control it. So on YouTube, we're not sure we had that feature yet, but we always give you guys a voice. We hit all the comments in. And then Tuesday night, 929-477-2651. Right, prime time? I think you're impressed.
This Tuesday should be quite the show.
How can you say MMA sucks ass? That's wild, dude.
I don't know.
Is this the worst year for New York sports? The answer is yes.
Can't recall a worse year.
This is it, man. Yankees bound out early. Mets are terrible. Knicks are terrible. Both. I mean, well, nobody cares about hockey, right? Like, football teams are gross. The Giants are only in it because the NFC East is so bad.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably as bad as it gets. I mean, the Rangers obviously look good for the future, but yeah, I mean, if you're not a hockey fan, you don't have anything to look forward to as far as
All
basketball
right,
goes.
Ranson, I'm going to answer an MMA question real quick. I like Khabib. Was he really entertaining champion? Yeah, he could tap everyone out, but a tap out doesn't compare to a knockout. That's true, but he is so dominant. And the thing, like, even look at McGregor. His stand-up was getting better fight by fight. Like, he was actually, like, you watch Gagey. He was throwing with Gagey. He wasn't going for takedowns. He was sitting there. His pressure, his ability to walk you down, where like, Gagey's throwing, like, wiping out his leg with the leg kicks, and he kept coming forward, like, bro, let's go. Like, he's like a robot, man. It's
I disagree though that a tap out's not as exciting as a knockout. I feel like it's all
that
all
tap out was phenomenal. His submission last night was elite. That was elite level stuff. Like, the thing with MMA is everybody wants to watch like kickboxing. They want to watch like boxing. Like, MMA is a well-rounded sport, and the more you learn about it, the more you see it, and you realize how talented they really are. You have more appreciation for it. Like, and it's just all right. We'll do a live stream for pay-per-view, man, because it's MMA is dude. The science behind it and the strategy behind it is so phenomenal, man. Yeah. It's great. All right, prime time. Guess I should do this.
Hey,
what is this? Tyson, do you work with Mark Henry or something? Why do you say that, man? What are you talking about? Like, come on, man. What would give you that? What would give you that impression? I only support Frankie Edgar and Corey Anderson and Eddie Alvarez and Zabit. Hey, man, Jersey MMA. I will take our team in Jersey. They're just grinding, man. A lot of great fighters in New Jersey. Let's see. What do you guys? Tyson, dude, we should probably do an MMA thing. We should do some kind of combat shit, man. Tyson Fury is amazing.
Boxing, MMA, yeah. Who's he fighting in his next fight anyway?
I forget, dude. The cool thing about Tyson Fury is his transformation mentally and physically is inspiring for everybody involved. Like, we're both like mental health advocates, but Tyson Fury is just a story that everybody should read, research, support, embrace. And he's a hell of a fucking fighter too. Man, he throws just bombs. So you should do an MMA pod. Let's see. What? I mean, we should do an MMA pod. Listen, we know a lot. I mean, here we go. Frankie Edgar's my favorite MMA fighter. Dude, Frankie is a legend. I'll tell you this about Frankie Edgar. He is the hardest working professional athlete I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's not even close. When you can have a guy like him that can motivate a room of 25 fighters that all follow his lead, that are all like next level fighters, you can't beat that. So, all right, prime time. I guess it's my time, right, to do this fucking shotgun.
You've only been stalling for about 20 minutes, but yeah.
All right, you answer this question while I get ready for this.
Well, that's an easy question. The answer is both.
Sausage.
There's no reason not to have hot dogs and hamburgers and sausage and steak and shrimp and everything else. So that's
sausage.
Again, if you guys if we're ever allowed back at MetLife Stadium, and assuming Adam Gase is fired. Oh, you're spilling. What a shock.
No,
assuming
I'm not like you, bro. I don't spill.
Yeah. Assuming Adam Gase is actually fired, we're definitely gonna have a tailgate going. We'll have plenty of food, plenty of beer, so definitely come by that.
All right. Unlike you, I have not spilled.
All right.
The hole. Oh shit. The hole is not a bleed.
Really?
The hole is not a bleeder. There's no bleeder here. You ready? I take my headset off though, because I'm gonna fucking spill my headphone. Fuck's the thing at?
Oh, come on. All right. Not bad. Not bad. That was better than mine. I'll give you that.
That's how it's done, my friend.
Much better.
That is how it's done. No spill?
That was a professional shotgun. You'll be feeling that in a few minutes, but yeah.
Just, we gotta wrap this shit up so I'm gonna be fucking plastered. Let's see, a couple more here. Oh, it's another super chat thing. Shit. Let's see. Don't pull a prime time. See, look at this. I got some credit. Look at prime time. Ready? Champ. Let's see. Dan Tyson down like quicker than it. All right, prime time. Here's a question for you: Do you prefer Trulies over White Claws?
I do actually. At least the
I don't like White Claws at all, dude.
Yeah,
it's not a popular take, but I don't like them.
Yeah, the White Claws are just I don't know. It tastes too much like seltzer and vodka mixed together, whatever it is. I'm just not a huge fan of it.
it's just yeah. Oh shit. All right, prime time. As we wrap this up, we gotta wrap this up.
Yep.
Because we're doing this. The grizzled vet. I feel like a grizzled vet. I'm gonna be plastered and like.
Although I do have a video on my phone from last year's tailgate where I annihilated you in a shotgun. I don't think you realized it. I don't think you realized it. We opened the beer at the same time, pretty much, and I took it down. That was one of the few moments where I can praise myself for that.
Who would trade anything for Darnold? A lot of these teams would.
Yep. Buy low.
Prime time. Put on the shades. Let's see. Great idea for your shirt. Muppets shotgunning Trulies. Whoa, is it just end the shotguns? We could do definitely like we have the ability to make any kind of shirt you guys want, but we'll see what happens. I mean,
I think we got to have some shirts ready for next show.
What do we want to do? What kind of shirts you want to do?
I like the just end the shotgun.
There you go. Tyson made adjustments based on Primetime's performance. If Gase took a shotgun, yeah. See, let's see. Hit like now. Wait a minute. Didn't I record that video? I'm not sure what he's talking about, but
I do.
Okay.
I was just gonna say to David, I do know I recorded the video of him missing the field goal at MetLife Stadium when we were there about a year ago.
Yeah, Gangrene David doesn't want to mess with us, dude. We saw that shitty kick, bro. Like that was not an impressive performance. And the funny thing was, if we want to talk about like doing like cross promotion, to be honest with you, I invited Gangrene David to host the show. I think one night you couldn't make it or somebody. I'm like, hey, like David, like me and you will host it. He's like, bro, I'm busy, man.
All right, he turned it down?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Wow.
He definitely did, dude. I was like, hey, man. He's like, bro, I got to go like walk my dog and like water the plants. I'm like, all right, man. Like,
wow. All right. Well,
never going to ask him again. That was it.
Well, you didn't want it.
Let's see. Sam to the Colts? Yeah. No shit. Especially the way Phillip Rivers is playing, man. Yeah. Wait, the score's 30-6 in the What quarter is that? Third quarter? Wow. All right. Prime time. We're going to do 3 more. We're done because I'm going to be completely hammered here. Oh, let's see here. Trevor and Bieniemy or Fields and Greg Roman? Where's Sam Darnold in that equation?
Traded, probably.
All right. Darnold is trash. Smash the thumbs up. Do it now. Yeah, we appreciate everybody that's watching and subscribing. We definitely appreciate that.
Cam Newton just got picked off.
Fireman Ed for the first guest. I got news for you, Tyrone. We can get Fireman Ed on whenever we want. He's actually a very good friend of ours. So whenever he comes on our radio, our call-in show on Tuesdays, it's like chaos. And the best thing is I love our new format because Ed can now talk like he wants to talk like. We can bring him on. We should probably do it. When you want to do it?
Whenever he wants to come on. And I was going to say, if you go on the playlist on our interviews, I'm pretty sure at least 1, if not 2 of our past interviews with Fireman are up on there still.
Yeah, we can get him on. I mean, he's in a tough spot now because he doubled down Adam Gase. He was actually saying we got to be patient and support him. So I can text him and ask him. He definitely come on. We can get a lot of people on. We're just kind of it's just now it's tough and they're just like
not many people want to come on and talk.
You guys should call into 98.7 post game and say how long before Grassa hangs up on you. Listen, man, you guys can all we don't want to bother nobody. Everybody can do their own thing, and hey, whatever works for you. All right, prime time. I'm trying to find 2 more good ones. I should mention that. I mean, having Ed on here would be awesome, dude. But bring
him on.
He's in a tough spot though. We should take calls
Tuesday night.
Yeah, I don't know how this thing works. Like from whatever thing I saw for the call-ins on YouTube, it's tough, man.
Yeah,
we got a screen. We can't. We're not doing the whole troll thing. We got to talk to the person first before we do it. Good work, boys. Thank you. Isn't Ed a Gase defender? I mean, Ed was trying to preach patience for a little while there. Everybody has their own opinions, man. Like everybody's trying to try to do their own thing. This is the just best channel on YouTube. That's probably saying a little bit too much, but okay.
Appreciate that.
How many Jets take to change a tire? One except for when it's a blowout. They all show up. That's a good one. Did you guys figure out how to go live on Tuesdays? No, we haven't. Right now, we're still doing the. If you go to blogtalkradio.com, or if you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Talk Jets Radio, we tweet out our link. We take live calls. And lately, the last like 3 weeks, primetime, they're letting everybody just talk. Right? We don't even really talk anymore. Like letting callers do their thing.
Yeah, I mean, we get most of our opinions out, right now during the post game, and then again, if we end up going live tomorrow night, so then Tuesday night's pretty much all for you guys, the callers. So just call in. You'll get some time to talk. It's not like some of these other shows where you ask a question, they cut you right off. You get plenty of time to actually state your opinion and kind of interact and go back and forth.
We don't really like this show. We primarily talk a lot and like add the comments on Tuesday. We've been like really backing down, let everybody else talk. It's not, we haven't said a word. Why is Tyson Roush better than Adam Gase? He watches the film, has good practices, makes adjustments, and executes. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like you're only posting like the good comments about you and all the shitty ones about me. I need to start running that channel.
Dude, when you shotgun, like I shotgun, man. Bigger meme on the channel. Kevin sunglasses or the shotgunning? Let's see. Hold on, where's this one? Finally able to watch you guys live from the Netherlands.
Oh,
what's up, man? It's got to be late as shit. It's got to be 2 o'clock in the morning, right there.
Let's say we had Brazil last time we were live.
Hey, we appreciate though. Definitely appreciate it. It's got to be late as hell there. We're great, dude. Live on YouTube. Yeah, we got to figure it out. I mean, it's like we like the call-in aspect of this because it just makes it easier. We can like let people talk. Like I don't know. We got to find. I think to go live on YouTube, we got to get some kind of software or something like that. I don't know. Like you got to I don't know. We got to ask David if David wants. I mean, now are we David's competition now? Will he help us? You think, or how's that gonna work?
He might try to sabotage this channel.
Yeah, he probably try to give some like false software or some shit. All right, prime time. It's definitely the shades. All right, as we wrap this up. Oh, Jesus Christ, we got to dress up as Adam Gase and Greg Williams. We got to dress up like frauds.
We got to do something for Halloween. We've
been at this since almost 1 o'clock. It's 5.5 hours later. Your final comments on this 0-7 New York Jets team.
It's just exhausting. I mean, you see like the little glimmers of hope here and there. The team comes out, with some energy. They play well in the first, 27 minutes. And then always, it's something that the coaching staff does or doesn't do that seems to kind of, set the game in a different motion. And that's exactly what happened. They completely mishandled that drive at the end of the first half, and the offense just wasn't the same after that. The defense, they did their job, bend but don't break, but they still couldn't get off the field, especially in the second half. And just another game where you played against a better team. Obviously, you shouldn't have won, yet the game for the first 27 minutes said, you know what, this is a game at the end of it you should win, yet you just don't have the coaching staff to get you there. And that's the biggest problem.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for everybody that joined us for the live stream for this. We definitely appreciate it. For all the emails, the direct messages, everything else, we definitely appreciate it. For me, this game is a complete mess because you didn't lose by enough. So now there's a false sense of security where the team is getting better. They're playing well. It's just not good. It's not good at all. When the going got tough, they didn't coach well. They just didn't play well. They didn't adjust. They didn't adapt. You're 0-7. You're the worst team in football. And this was your only game that you probably had a chance to win the entire year. Where you were in it, you had a 10-point lead, and you blew it. And then when you had a chance to win it, you blew it. So here you are. And now you're going to make more excuses. And they won. It was close enough to not get embarrassed, where nobody's going to be embarrassed going into tomorrow. The story tomorrow is not going to be, oh, the Jets suck. They're terrible. Like, oh, they fought hard. They competed, which is not, I mean, you're going to ignore the fact that they made a lot of mistakes, starting with 4 yards in the second half of the football, second half of the game. So it's not good, and it's disheartening, and nothing's going to change. They will not fire Gase tomorrow because now it's like they're competitive. And that's like, oh, we competed. And it's horrendous. And if you're looking at the whole Sam Darnold watch, he didn't do enough to say, hey, you know what? We have our guy. And for many people in the media, and the narrative is it's a 10-game audition. Well, this game, the audition was incomplete, right? Prime time, like you walked away saying, like, I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying, like, he had the bad pick, but you don't walk away saying he's our guy.
No, if anybody would fight you on that, it would be me. And I've said the same thing as you over these last 10 games. This is his kind of last evaluation, because if you're sitting there first overall to expect a new head coach and Joe Douglas not to start over fresh with their own guy, you have to show them enough to give them confidence to go in that direction, to trade that pick, to build around you instead of somebody that they want to bring in fresh. So yeah, you got to show a little bit more. I thought through the first 27 minutes, he looked phenomenal. Some of those throws he made.
That interception is going to be one everybody talks about, though. He made that money throw to Berrios, so it was like, holy shit, that's you said it, franchise throw. Yeah. But that interception, that's all people are going to talk about. And it's unfortunate.
And that's the problem. It's some good and it's some bad, and that's kind of what we talk about every game. A lot of flashes, and then some moments here and there where he goes back to some rookie mistakes.
So primetime, the bigger question is: are we doing this tomorrow night at 8:00, or are we taking a break? Are we doing a day after show?
It's up to you. I'll be around if you want to do it. If you want to hop on.
Man.
It depends, I guess, if Adam Gase addresses the media tomorrow and says anything stupid, maybe. But yeah, if you want to do something short, half hour,
do a day after show.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Tomorrow night, 8:00, we'll do it again. And that's a wrap.